that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts bro, lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. Yup, that's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Japan, I took a stand, dropped the deuce, made it grand. Halos changing, time to switch the command. Bootleg Joe got the team in hands. Bootleg Joe got the team in hands. Xbox, no illness on the screen. New dawn rises, gotta stay keen. Building dreams from a different scene. Bootleg Halo, know what I mean. Bootleg Halo, know what I mean. Bootleg Halo, it's a brand new show. Joel's in charge now, let it flow. 343, no longer in the glow. Bootleg Halo, let's go, let's go. Different levels, taking names. All new power to reign the games. Glitches all fixed, no more shames. Bootleg studios breaking chains. Bootleg studios breaking chains. We're stepping up, throwing down. No more downtime, no more frown. Forging paths to the gaming crown. Bootleg Joe, wearing the gown. Bootleg Joe, wearing the gown. Bootleg Halo, it's a brand new show. Joel's in charge now, let it flow. 343, no longer in the glow. Bootleg Halo, let's go, let's go. Welcome to all VIP and ultimate grinders. Let's go! Let's go! Open the gaming grindhouse. Open the gaming grindhouse. Knock, knock, knock on the door. Light the fire. Let's go! Let's go!
Gaming.
Yo, what's up, grinders? How you doing? How's your weekend going? It's going great for me. Yep, it is a wild weekend, and yeah, I wanted to do a show tonight. If you missed the stream last night, I did a live stream playing Game of the Year Astrobot, and yeah, I mentioned that you know, I'll be away on the Monday, so I will not be able to do a Gaming Grindhouse live. But I will have something tonight. So definitely, well, especially with all the stuff going around on X about yeah, you can see the topic. Yeah, we're gonna talk a year in review and the pivot, all the stuff that's been going on there, because there's been a fallout from the, not fallout the game or fallout the show, but a fallout from the Game Awards, and it is a come to realization of what's going down. And we're going to talk about it. What's up, everybody? As you coming on in here, Aaron Brown, what's up, man? Twisted Sin, how you doing? How you doing? Cephalon Snow, Michael Meridian, what's up? Iceman, Oddly, Consumptive Soul Plus Ultra, JP Loco in the house, Brian, what's up? Christopher Duran, Hero Down Under goes, what am I doing here? That's what he said. What am I doing here? How's that right doing? Taran, Sweet Willie here, plus Ultra. I said Jesus in here. Lunchi Sky, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks to all of the DMs, man. Appreciate it. Nassim, what's up? He says it's late. Sorry, man. Marino, Cursed Kane, how you doing? Says it's coming. Yeah, it's all coming. And yeah, hey guys, I'm AJ. How you doing? I'm AJ. First one here. I said hello to you, Harold down under. I know. What are we doing here? That's right. And also, if you see from the topic up there, also to the notification up top, the Grindhouse Awards will be on Wednesday night. So I'll get a time, probably 8 o'clock on Wednesday, but or maybe 7:30, something like that. But yeah, we'll go through what you voted on, some categories. It's fun. It's kind of like, you know, hurrah, maybe there'll be some giveaways, hint, hint, for the members, hint, hint. But we'll see on that. But definitely the Grindhouse Awards, the annual Grindhouse Awards will be on Wednesday night, since I'll be away on a Monday there. So we'll have the Grindies will be on Wednesday. Just a fun celebration, just talking about stuff. We'll see what happens if any more craziness goes on in the meantime, because the fallout from the Game Awards has been pretty wild, and a lot of this whole exclusivity pivot, all this stuff going on with Xbox, and I kind of got lost in all the articles and just the stuff of going around as to how many things and times and just what's been going on, and the amazing doublespeak and just change of everything. And and it's leaving a lot of fans just kind of like just confused, like where they stand and all this stuff. And it's really, really crazy. And again, it all has to do with the leadership. I've always said it. This is nothing against the box itself or the Xbox brand and what it was. I appreciate all that. But it is this executive team that has driven this system into the grave. Looking left and CET. That's what's going on. This executive team has been all about themselves, looking at themselves on TV, doing all this talking and talking and talking, this hyperbole, this promising, this wait till, over-promising and under-delivering. And I'm going to explain it as we go through the changes of Xbox for this year, and just about how things changed and what happened and what will happen. We're gonna predict what may happen. I don't have any insiders, but I've got pretty good logic here in the sense of what's gonna happen. What is their plan? We can only guess, but who knows if we're right or wrong. But I know everybody's been here. Hit that like button. And also, we will get into the show and top topics. JP Loco kicks us off with the $5. He goes, the amount of folks claiming Astrobot doesn't deserve Game of the Year and that Sony paid off the Game Awards reminded me of who had more paid advertisements, Xbox. Thank you, JP Loco. And yes, that's kind of the thing that really has just accelerated a lot of the concerns or point fingers of the blame. That's right, Josh. Hit all the buttons. But yeah, a lot of this stuff has started with Astrobot. And again, I said it last night. I was playing it again. And one of the things that really stood out, and I mentioned this at the night when I streamed the Game Awards, was that the fact that Astrobot is a true only exclusive on PlayStation. This is not this wasn't a multi-platform game that was everywhere. This is sort of like, the Marios to the Nintendos and stuff like that. And I think it goes to show that when you make hardware and software work in tandem, and again, the experience playing Astrobot is not just what you see on the screen, but actually the interaction with the controller and how they've been used, the features of the controller since day one of the PlayStation 5, a gimmick that everybody said nobody would use. A gimmick that nobody would follow, a gimmick that only first-party PlayStation would use. And it's turned out to be something different, something extra, something that developers highlight when they put their game on a PlayStation 5 or when they add those features to it. Immersive controls, adaptive triggers, even down to the lights and the speaker. Microphone, really not too much. But it was basically a gimmick. And we saw on day one what Astrobot did for a built-in demo, what it did with that controller. And developers are excited to use it. And it may be even something that may be forthcoming in a next Xbox controller. Then it'll be acceptable, right? But when you play that game and use that controller with it, it's pretty crazy. It's crazy how they've utilized that tech. And that's the kind of stuff that just the purpose of what exclusives are. It's not because it's a quote from Phil Spencer quote, a marketing beat. It's not just a marketing beat. It's actually focused development on the hardware from the first party software team. And that won. And people say it's paid off. People, you want to know what? Please, they were freaking out when God of War won and beat out Red Dead because all of us, they wanted Red Dead to win because they didn't want a PlayStation exclusive to win. Dude, it is definitely listen, the Game Awards, again, it's not the end-all be-all of award shows, but it's definitely big marketing. That's what it is. They said even from nominations, people were pre-ordering or buying games because they were nominated for it. So it definitely has some marketing weight to it. But again, Astrobot was in a lot of big company. There was a lot of games that were in there. But you could say the same thing of how like Stellar Blade got snubbed. Stellar Blade didn't win anything. And go back to Horizon. Horizon hasn't won a friggin' award. Imagine how incredible Horizon Forbidden West looked. Horizon was a snub at every game award. Stellar Blade got snubbed in the awards. For music? You had to give it to Final Fantasy, but man, I would have given it Stellar Blade. They had a whole freaking soundtrack. So we could agree on who should have won, who should have won this. But the fact is that they believed, these reviewers, these people review, the panel felt that Astrobot should win. And the thing is like, you could say Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong won the golden joysticks. Just like Brianna White won for her voice acting in Final Fantasy, but Melina Juergens won at the Game Awards. Which is interesting is because Melina Juergens has won before there. It's been kind of like how it was like I remember her winning the award there. She won tons of awards with their first Hellblade. So, it's different. Different judging and different perspectives. But the thing is that you could say Astrobot shouldn't have won, but guess what? We can't change history. It did win. And we need to talk about it. There you go. You could say, oh, I don't believe so. Well, fine. But guess what? Can't change history. It did. It won. And it was a celebration. Nobody was booing. The only people that were pissed off was the one crew that didn't have anything in the Game Awards Game of the Year category. Those looked like the pussies. The puss faces. Those looked like the ones that were sore losers. Meanwhile, they didn't have anything in the Game Awards for a Game of the Year. I don't know why they put Phil Spencer and company in the front row. It wasn't like he was presenting an award. It wasn't like that he was nominated for anything. He wasn't getting Phil Ness of the decade. I don't know why they put him front and center. Watch all the winners walk by him. You would think after 3 hours of watching everybody walk by you, you're probably done clapping. But they put him right front and center. They made every winner walk by Phil Spencer, Matt Booty, and Greeny. Right front. Jeff Keighley had him right in the front. I don't know why. I would put developer. Why would you put developers in the front? Like, they put Phil Spencer in the front. Why? I don't know. Jeff Keighley trolled his ass. Twisted Sin member for 30 friggin' months. Thank you so much, Twisted Sin.
25.
It's coming.
I'm just glad a DLC didn't win. Oh, I totally agree, because that would have been not good. Also, screw all the haters of Naughty Dog. You want something new and you still bitch and moan. So tiring. Oh, please. Naughty Dog, dude. Yo, Twisted, thank you so much for the 30 months, man. Listen. Bitch and moaned about Last of Us Part 2. Oh. What happened? Nobody bought it? Nobody played it? Please. Really? What happened? Last of Us Part 2. They even tried to spoiled the story on people to get people not to play. Did anything happen? Please. Everybody wants to whine and complain about shit. And then when it comes out, the FOMO, oh my God, I got to play this now. Well, what happened to all you hate? Oh, well, they said it's incredible. Oh, really? What happened? Oh, please. They complain all the time. You give a shit. Let them whine and bitch. It's all about the games. It's not about this grift and bullshit, horse shit. It's about what we play. And that's what I do here. Like, I'll play the freaking game. I'll tell you how I feel. You can agree or disagree with me. If you oh, wow, you don't know good games. I don't. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I know what I like. I know what I like, and I give you my opinion on stuff. That's it. But, you know, it's like everybody just wants to start a bandwagon all of a sudden. That's what I mean. It's all bandwagon shit. Everybody wants to start a virality because that's the nature of the bullshit gaming stuff right now. It's viral. It's trying to get viral. Let me see if I could stir up shit to get viral shit going. Let me say something. I don't like her haircut. And let's throw that shit out there and see who jumps on board. And now I could go viral with I don't like the haircut. That's what people do. That's all they want to do. Everybody wants to try to become viral. That's it. That's what I see. Let me say some shit so I get attention. And the more outlandish the shit is, the more attention it gets. And that's what happens. And you can listen, we're going to go through some tweets. If the person who tweeted this stuff out, bootleg, if people tweet this shit out, if they really believed it, they would feel some sort of way when the shit does not go their way. You know, that's what I don't understand with a lot of this stuff. You see these industry folk that just tweet out stuff. And they send it out. They're like, oh, yeah, exclusives of man. We're here. We're back. We're back. And then all of a sudden, Phil, you know, talks out the left cheek. And then, oh, no, I told you. Why are you complaining? It's not console warring. It's like, well, wait, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. So did you believe what you said before when you rah-rah'd everybody? And now you're telling everybody they're acting crazy? And then when those people come after you and say, well, wait, you said exclusives matter. Now you're okay with everything going everywhere. And now we're the crazy people? You're the one that started the bandwagon. You're the one that started the rah-rah, get behind exclusivity, Bethesda games all here, bitch.
Oh, PlayStation.
That's what they are now.
Cheers.
Yo. Yeah. But all of a sudden now, change of heart. And you wonder why everybody starts coming at you, throwing old tweets at you. You wonder why people that followed you are questioning what the hell's going on. Well, you're the one that started it. So, it's crazy. And the hypocrisy is insane. Because it's like, what do they believe? Or do they even care at all? And that's the most thing. That's the most important thing. Because if they don't care at all, they could say whatever they want, and it doesn't bother them. So just be mindful of that when you see that kind of stuff. Do they even care? Do they go there? Do they go there? Because I can tell you one thing about gamers. They are passionate people. They care about quality. They should. They care about experiences. They care about things that are worth the hard money that they spend on it. And that's it. The worst feeling in the world is spending, I'm telling you, for me, I tell you, the worst feeling in the world is buying something and realizing you got a lemon. You got a dud. It wasn't what you thought it was. And that's what we try to protect. We don't want to have that experience. We don't. Because it's with anything. It's not just with games. It's with everything. You don't want to go buy something and go, yo, I worked this much, many hours. I'm paying this money. And now I get something. This dude sold me a friggin' lemon. Now he walked off with my commission. He walked off with my money. And now I'm left with a piece of shit that's broken. That's the worst feeling in the world. And listen, that's all that Phil Spencer and friends have done to the gaming industry. That's all they've done. They have talked out their ass, promised the world, and have not delivered. And I still do not understand to this day how this person is still talking.
Gaming.
And still revered. Still revered. I've never heard a person celebrated such as this.
Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer!
Oh.
Let's go!
All they said was his name.
Yeah!
He didn't announce anything. Somebody balls dropped. Screaming their answer. Dude, I don't even think there's Swifties that screamed out loud for Taylor Swift. But at least you know she's going to sing some good-ass songs, right? Spencer didn't even say anything. Dude, drop the kidney stone. Drop the kidney stone. Pass a stone. They just said his name. Craziness. Craziness. But yeah, I don't get it. And that's the thing. Exactly like Dan, my man, they throwing that shit into the ground, dude.
You're my #1 customer.
Oh, man. The game night with the 10 and the outrage over the CGI Ciri from The Witcher 4. Overanalyzing her facial structure. It's ridiculous. Yennefer looked different in the CGI trailer for The Witcher 3 compared to the full release. Dude, I thought the Witcher trailer looked friggin' lit. I thought it was awesome. Thank you, Game Night. I appreciate it, man. I thought it was great. It sucked that it was CGI. Like, I wish we saw some gameplay because, you know, I feel like we've been okie dokied so many times. But, like, you know, it's cool. But I'm just not, you know, the CGI is nice, but you know, it's okay. Same thing with the Naughty Dog game. Like, the idea, it looked good. They said on the New York Times, they said it was gameplay. Actually, you know, just trying to recap, you know, going back to, where is it? Who sent it to me? I think Lucci sent it to me. Was it Lucci? Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Lucci Sky, man. He's in the chat. He just said it here. New York Times, he said it's gameplay. The new game, the Heretic Prophet, was announced on Thursday that showed a few seconds of gameplay in which protagonist battles a hulking cyborg with sword-like weapons. The story is set in an alternative universe where space travel has significantly advanced by 1986. And yeah, Lucci asked that, and they said, yeah, it's from the New York Times article. It looked like gameplay, and you know, one of the things, dude, that I said too is if you look at when she moves the sheets in the trailer, the sheets move like how they move in Last of Us. Like they move like the sheets move kind of like as a game. They're not like CGI physics in the sense. So it looks like it's definitely somewhat in game, in engine, or whatever the hell they call it nowadays. But given the track record of Naughty Dog, like, you know, if this was Ubisoft showing it, I'll be like, yo, hold your phone. Hold the phone. Wait for Ubisoft to really show the game. But this is Naughty Dog, man. We've seen what they've done. So, you know, you give them the little bit of benefit. Like, oh, yeah, well, it may look like that. Maybe not exactly. Maybe toned down or maybe better. Who knows? We've seen, and that's the craziest thing. We've seen some PlayStation games look better than from their initial showcase. We've seen it. So I just think that, you know, there's a lot of criticism, a lot of stuff going on. Game Awards was watched by many. And but yeah, Astrobot did win. So deal with it.
Great circle.
Bitches!
And no, maybe it won't win on your list. Oh, Chris, you're going wild with the tears. You're going wild. But, you know, I think the show overall of the Game Awards, it was good. I didn't watch the whole thing live. I think probably I would have probably not liked it if I watched too much of it. I did watch like almost halfway through the whole thing. And I have to say, like, I think the layout of the show is not good. I think the show pacing sucks. The Game Awards. I think the show sucks. The show. We evaluated on the announcements. I think there were some nice announcements on there. Good announcements. But I think the pacing, the show, the purpose of what the show is, the awards, sucks. It's turning into a fiasco. It is turning into a who's who from Hollywood and music is there. And that's becoming the highlight. The awards are announced on a side stage with a polling wall. That's where half the awards are announced. Like best racer, best family game, best this, best that. That's it. He goes to like 5 awards, like just standing on the side. It's an award show. A big like name, like family game. Like, oh shit, like, oh, that's a big category. He's not like, oh, how many chicken sandwiches were eaten, voted. Oh yeah, we got the crazy category. How many squats were done in Call of Duty? Oh yeah, that's a no. These are main awards. Best family game, best race or sports game. These are big ones. And he's just like, and the winner is this. Congratulations, Ashabot. And the winner is NBA. Congratulations, NBA. The winner is Melina. Congratulations. And it's just like he's went through 5 awards. Oh, but wait a second. Here comes Snoop Dogg. He's going to sing for us from his new album. Oh, why? It's an award show. Is it the Grammys? Why? Flute Dude is getting more time than the goddamn winners of the categories. Flute guy is jamming. The guy had time to bring out 5 fucking flutes, even a side flute. He brought out all the flutes. He was the flute guy was on there. He was like this. There he is. Flute. Play the flute. Dude, he was rocking. This was last year. He only had 4 flutes. This year he got 5 flutes and he played 2 flutes at the same time. The craziness. Phil Spencer went wild. Look at him. Phil Spencer put on the wig, and he went wild. That's why he was in the front. Now I figured it out. I answered my own question. Phil Spencer was in the front because he had put the wig on and jumped there and played a bassoon. That's what he was up there for. Goddamn flute. We don't have time to show the winners, but check out the flute guy. He got 6 flutes and the side flute and 2 flutes at the same time. 1 man, 2 flutes. Shit. 1 man, 2 flutes, and a bassoon. He was pulling out flutes out of his side pocket, out of his breast pocket. Pull flutes all over the place. I didn't know somebody could play that many flutes. But let's announce 6 game awards on the side. And have flute guy play 7 goddamn flutes and a side flute. 1 man, 6 flutes. Pause.
25. It's coming.
Woo! Music to my ears. But yeah, I think the layout of the Game Awards sucks ass. That's right, Flute's in the chat. He'd been wild. But yeah, I think the Game Awards sucked ass. I think that the pacing, I think them throwing commercials or commercials, and they don't even tell you they're commercials. Like, hey, we're going to take a break right now, and we'll be right back. No, Jeff Keighley goes, and the winners are this. All right, okay. And then it just fades out, and then they just go into these commercials. Xbox Anywhere, it's this or that, this or that, this or that. I'm like, the hell? Is this an announcement? What is this? He don't even tell you we're going to commercial break. Jeff Keighley just like cuts off and then they just go into these trailers. And I'm like, well, are these new games? Is this? And then I see Xbox commercials, Xbox Game Pass commercials. And I'm like, are there announcements somewhere in here? No, it's just all ads. It's all ads. It's a pop-up shit. I think the pacing sucks. The announcements, True Bleed, is good. I'd say the announcements, if we want to evaluate based on announcements, I think there's some good announcements. But was it a good show to sit and watch for 4 hours? No, not at all. Because the awards weren't the point of the show. It was about who's who. It was about who can Jeff Keighley get on stage. It turned into a circus. That's what it turned into. But you think him announcing awards on the side and not allowing the winners to come up and acknowledge what they have done. So we see the people who behind the games that won. You think that it's called the Game Awards. Saint. It's called the Game Awards, Saint. I'm not saying I want a goddamn library show, but
you're my #1 customer.
The dude announced a whole shit ton of awards on the side stage. It's called the Game Awards, not who's who on stage singing songs. You could put some music up there, that's fine. But when that music takes
You're my
time,
#1 customer,
and he's announcing 5 and 6 winners on the side, you don't even know who the hell won them. We don't even know who made these games. Who's accepting the award? Who can they thank? What determines if you are a side award or if you get a name on stage? They had Best Family Game Astrobot. They had Best
You're my
Best
#1
Game
customer.
Astrobot on the side stage. But meanwhile, Best Movie Adaptation of a Game, that one got an acceptance speech. The best to get Ella Pennell on stage and Todd Howard. So the best sports game gets a side announcement. Well, like all these announcements on the side, but best game adaptation gets center stage with an acceptance speech. Are we Hollywood or are we gaming? Because knowing who the best family game is, knowing who's the best music score, like this other thing, all these ones that he announced on the side, dude. But best movie adaptation, a game adaptation, we do that acceptance. No, those guys are good. They should be the hosts, actually. JP Loco with the 2. Come on. Statler and Waldorf were funny as fuck. Yeah, they were. You want to know what? They should have been the host. We don't need Keeley. Keeley's awkward as shit anyway. If you noticed. I noticed it. Man, when I watch Keeley's on the awards, man, Keeley, dude, he seems so awkwardly weird when he makes the announcements. He seems kind of like, I guess he's nervous still. I don't know. The Game Night 1, 2, 3 with the 5, he goes, I don't get why he keeps bringing back the Muppets. Like, what do they have to do with gaming? I just think they're comic relief. And I think that, I thought it was funny because those guys, Statler and Waldorf, one year he brought the Swedish Chef on. He's like, he had the Swedish Chef on one year with the Muppets. But again, it's the who's who. Oh, look, the Muppets are in this. Oh, wow. That's what it turns into. It's turning into the who's who. But I think that those guys should have been the announcer, but they were the comic relief because they were saying exactly what the watch, like us viewing, was saying. Like, come on, I'm tired. I'm bored right now. Yeah. They were saying exactly what it is. And it was just, I don't know. Mocking. Who the hell knows what it is? Big Razzo with the 5. I feel the next Game of the Year award will be like, and the winner is, hell, the flute guy. That's right, Big Razzo. Get that flute guy, man. He's there every year. Ken Kutaragi on the stage. But it's long, dude. It is a long show. And that's what I mean. Like, maybe if they take some of that edge. But listen, let me ask you a question in the chat. I think the way they roll those ads is messed up. Because, like, we're waiting for trailers of games and stuff, and, like, they just cut to this stuff. They don't even tell you it's a commercial. They just are just, like, playing trailers, and you're like, whoa, wait a second, what happened? Like, I think that's messed up, dude. I don't know. And it just extends the whole show for so long, dude. It's been too long. The show's so long. But he tries to save the big trailers for the end, and all that other stuff. But man, I tuned in at the second half. I didn't even watch it from the beginning. And I was just like, yo, it's taking a while. So I think the pacing of the show is off. Not to say that the announcements were bad. I think the announcements are great. And, it's the only thing we got. Like, it's the only thing we have as a show for like an E3 type announcement thing. So, I'm glad it's there. But I feel that I do feel that the pacing is definitely very extended, very long. Like, I don't know if he has to fill a certain hour or something like that. But he has to fill, like, hey, we got the place for 6 hours. We got to fill in 6 hours. I don't know, dude. But yeah. I just think the pacing's off. Not to say that, like, that not to say that the show was bad. I just think that they need to chill with the ads and the who's who of Hollywood, because it's becoming much more Hollywood. And he says, like, this is celebrate gaming and gaming and this gaming, and it's like, well, let the people who make the games speak. Like, let them talk. Let them get that time behind, like, from the computer. Some of them don't. I understand. Exactly. It Takes Two developer will be a great host. I think so. He'll be entertaining as hell, man. But I think Keeley's a little, like, he seems off. Like, he seems like he could set the thing up. Like, he'll get the announcement and stuff. But when he gets there, if you listen to the way he talks and stuff, he just seems so, like, I don't know, just so, maybe, and not when he was talking about Alcon, but like ingenuine, just like sort of like, and yeah, we got an announcement, so stay tuned in this one. It just sounds so fake. Like it's I don't know what it is, but I just feel that maybe he's just nervous. I'm sure he's nervous, but I just think the pacing of the shows need to get fixed, because they are very long. They are very, very long shows, and highlight more of the awards on the award show. You know, and yeah, it would be boring if they just had a whole bunch of people just listing awards left and right, but yeah, have some show in between. Like, it's been better, like, but now it just goes on and on
You're
and
my
on.
number one customer.
It's a long ass time, man. Especially when he's rattling through like 5 and 6 awards on the side stage. But anyway, regardless of how long it was, regardless of what happened, whatever happened shook the world. Everybody got shook, especially Phil Spencer fans. JP Logo with a 5, he goes, where is the Xbox Game of the Year contender? Same place it is every year. In the trash, out where it belongs. Oh, ho, 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 ha. Thank you, JP Logo. I don't know, man. Hey, the game, Phil, it's about the games. And I've always said, you know, that's been the struggle of Xbox. It's been the games. He could sit, Phil Spencer, he could, and this is, I always say this, he could sit there and talk your ear off about the industry's changing, people not buying consoles, the cloud on the little Timmy on a phone is growing, it's not, the industry's not growing, it's not growing, all this, but they don't have like, hey, check out some new gameplay. Phil Spencer, you brought some new gameplay? Yeah. Check out this awesome booty. Tell them about what we're going to see here. Where's that interview? Where's that interview? Phil, did you bring a new gameplay? Yeah, oh yeah, bro. Booty, show them what you played over at the initiative when you're showing Perfect Dark. Tell them about it. No, instead, show them the Fable gameplay. That's gameplay. Yeah, it's gameplay. It's behind the third person. Show them. Oh, I've been playing State of K3. Oh, that's nice, Phil. So tell us about it. Did you bring new footage? Oh, no. But I'm going to tell you, nobody's buying games anymore. And nobody's playing games like they used to. The data shows. It's like, see, he could talk about all that stuff. But when it comes to games, Microsoft is like, mum's the word, man. They don't, what? Thou shall not speak. It's the Voldemort of Xbox. Don't talk about the games. No. Thou shall not speak of games. I'll tell you where you can play them. I can tell you on your phone. I can tell you with the new controller. I can tell you about the new glitter Xbox. I can tell you about the future of gaming and who buying what and what's not growing. But thou shall not speak of games. We do not talk about games here. That's it. That's the way it rolls. So why would you come to the Game Awards after all that talk, all those interviews, and think they had any games that'll be up there? And people are like, oh, don't you think it's the same? Like, listen, I know he's still learning, Granda. I know he's still learning. Hit that like button because Phil's still learning. Don't you? We've been through this before. We've been through this 3 times, in fact. We had Janky Jones come out, missed the cutoff. Oh, this is the game of the year. Jeff Keighley, we can't have Indiana Jones on the show because it cut off. The release date is after the show. Let's go back in time. Forza Horizon. Oh, the cutoff. No, Forza was voted in. Remember they complained about Forza Horizon. Oh, the cutoff. It's like, no, Forza made the cutoff. Remember Forza? Let's go again. Halo Infinite. Oh, Halo Infinite wasn't in the award category. What happened? It's the best Halo I've ever played. What happened, Halo Infinite? The beta came out, but the game didn't release until December 6th. Oh, it got Jeff Keighley snubbed Halo Infinite. It's the best campaign bootleg, Joel. Oh. That they had to squeeze it in to the winner of the Player Voice Award because they had to get justice for Halo. A skimmed down light version of Halo with a roadmap promise that never delivered and stuff not ready for day one, such as co-op campaign. We're still waiting for assassinations because they were taken out of the game. Day one guns, they're about 2 more in 4 years. Oh, not in the Game Awards. Oh, do you remember? Every year, it seemed like every year, the crying about how an Xbox game is not, it just doesn't make the cut. It doesn't make the cut. It gets skipped. Skip.
Yeah. But skip.
Dude, this is the third time.
Simple as that. Skip.
I understand Phil's learning. But Phil, if you knew you had the reviews, damn, Redfall told you were double digits in reviews higher. The Redfall mock reviews. What did they say about Indiana Jones? Where were those mock reviews? Hell, if I was doing it, I saw mock reviews coming in. I'm like, yo, we got to push this date up. We got a gem in here, baby. Let's go. No, maybe Phil saw the mock reviews and go, yo, we got a gem in here. Stop making a PlayStation version. Let's go.
Oh, PlayStation.
Knock on the frosted glass. Phil Spencer saw the reviews for Indiana Jones. He knocks on the frosted glass. Hey, PlayStation devs, frosted glass. Put it on PlayStation.
25. It's coming. Oh, PlayStation.
Frosted glass. I want Indiana.
Bitches.
Put it on. Let Keighley announce it. Let's go. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Instead of moving the day up, maybe he said, "Oh right, we got a gold mine right here. We got a high 80s, something like." Yo, stop making PlayStation version. Resume the PlayStation version. Speaking of Indiana Jones, let's go to some tapes. I want to go to some tapes because this is how it started. Grind this. Lo and behold, this is how it started. Grinders. Look at this. Look at this. Indiana Jones will be a PC Xbox exclusive on day one in Game Pass. Oh man, June 23rd, 23. The FTC and Microsoft, the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you for going into legal fees and all this stuff. Yesterday during the hearing, Pete Hines revealed on the stand that Indiana Jones is in development and will be exclusive to PC and Xbox. It was originally meant to release on multiple platforms, but Microsoft amended the contract with Lucasfilms after $7.5 billion acquisition of Bethesda parent company ZeniMax. Indiana Jones will also be available on Game Pass. Hines expanded on why the addition to Game Pass was appealing to Bethesda, and P. Hines had left the building because P. Hines is no longer there. My primary view is what I said about reducing risk and trying to get a degree of certainty. When you're dealing with a licensor who's going to have a ton of feedback on what you're making, add a lot of time to your schedule. Indiana Jones was revealed in 2000. He made it sound like it was his idea to put it in Game Pass. Pete Hines, you owned by Xbox, Microsoft, it's going to Game Pass, regardless if you feel or not feel about it. Phil's putting it in there. It was revealed in 2021, Grinders. Indiana Jones game was revealed in 2021. but after the aforementioned acquisition was announced, before it been completed. Though Bethesda said it wouldn't be completely, it would be a completely original story. The project was executive produced by Todd Howard. Blah blah blah. There you go. Yesterday, Microsoft lawyers wrote in their defense that several future ZeniMax games would ship on PlayStation and on Nintendo, sparking hopes that Indiana Jones game would be among them. The idea only lasted a few hours until Pete Hines confirmed it wouldn't be the case. Especially on the flip side, during the same hearing, Xbox Studios Matt Booty, Matt Booty, there he is, spewing that shit. There he is, Matt Booty,
Great ass!
said a decision on exclusivity for The Outer Worlds 2 hasn't been made yet. The first game launched on PC, this was last year, PS4 and Xbox One and the Switch. Of course, The Outer Worlds 2 is made by Obsidian and would have fallen under the ZeniMax there. But then, if you recall, they made a decision. So in 2023, Matt Booty, just last year, Matt Booty said that it was not decided yet. Well, shortly after that, where do we go from here? Where do we go? Let's see. It was, where was it? Was this one? That's the Game Awards one. But it was announced as an exclusive. It was. So they made their decision. And then they reversed it. Wild. They made their decision. They made it exclusive. They said Outer Worlds 2 is coming to Xbox and PC. But then, here come the Game Awards. Look. Grinders.
We begin by hearing an old, wise-sounding voice. And we see a quiet, peaceful setting. This will make our game seem big and important. Now, something must break the serenity. Wah sounds
Let's skip this whole thing because
the developers haven't finished the design, or finished the story, or finished any gameplay that's actually ready to show. In fact, the only thing they have finished is the title.
There it is. Series S, Windows 10, and Xbox Cloud Gaming. There it is. This is the thing that's driving people crazy, because these games were revealed and announced as exclusives as part of the $7 billion deal. Hell, they did it with Starfield. They did it with Redfall. They did it with Hell, like, you know, and then people go, well, Hell, Outer Worlds 2 was already on PlayStation. So Outer Worlds 1 was already on PlayStation. So Outer Worlds 2 should be on it. That's okay. That's what they're doing. Well, then what happened to Hellblade? Hellblade 2. Hellblade 1 launched on a PlayStation. Hellblade 2 is not on a PlayStation. So where's the logic there? That should be on PlayStation, right? Because the first one's on there. If that's the logic that you're using for the Outer Worlds. But we saw the answer. The answer to why these games are going to PlayStation. But Booty said it. But instead, people focused on what Booty said earlier and removed the other part. So let's go to where the Booty talked about what this whole thing is, because everybody focused on the red line, right? Everybody focused on the red line. But what they didn't focus on is what Booty said. Because see what the title is, what they tried to do is deflect. Phil Spencer said no red line, but Booty talking out of his cheeks.
Great ass!
Said something different. So they quote Booty, consider it on a case-by-case basis. But Grinders, what you didn't read, or what wasn't shared, was how is it evaluated on a case-by-case basis? See, that's where the reading stops. That's where a lot of people just go, oh, Booty said it's case-by-case, aha. Phil, you said no red line, but Booty said case-by-case, so we're back to where we were. Thank you. But nobody read what he said. Why is it a case-by-case? And that's what we're going to see here. Why was it a case-by-case? This wasn't damage control. There was a reasoning why case-by-case. And I'm going to tell you one thing. It has nothing to do with you, the Xbox gamer. Nothing to do with you. So there you go. Speaking to Variety, after the reviews hit, Xbox president and game content Booty finally talks. The guy talks around. Discuss the exclusivity topic, suggesting it will be evaluated by case. But why? Here's the quote. The quote that nobody read. Here it is. We are very much making exclusivity and windowing decisions on a game-by-game basis. Okay. The reading stopped there for a lot of people. Ah, woo, woo. Thank you, Bad Booty. Xbox is back, baby. They're back. We're back. Phil said no red line. Matt Booty said exclusivity and windowing decisions on a game-by-game basis. Woo! We're back. They care about us. They care about us. No, Twisted, it's not even the windowing. Watch. The next line. Everybody stop. They're like, woo, woo. We're good. We're back we're back. Why is it a game-by-game basis? Well, and each of our studios is a little bit of a different position. There's the sentence right here. Position. What position? They are also the production timeline on a game. So the decisioning on spacing comes there first. We want to make sure there's a great experience for Xbox players, and then the gap between when it becomes available on PlayStation as much a production decision as anything else. This is a game that was
You're my
in
number one
production
customer.
before we acquired Bethesda. But what Booty didn't say is that when he went in there, he told them to stop making the PlayStation version and just make Xbox versions. Only to go back to them and say, okay, guys, yeah, we're done with that. Go back to making PlayStation version. But the key word is that it's a production decision. It's where the games are. And if you remember earlier this year, when this whole Project Latitude, Frosted Glass, thank you, Twisted Sin with the 2, windowing equals Frosted Glass, exactly, the Frosted Glass initiative that we call here. When they take a bunch of developers and put them behind quality, behind Frosted Glass, and have them work on the PlayStation versions of the Xbox games. Frosted Glass is where quality lives. The other guys are doing cartwheels in the hallway, and Sue is riding a moped in the hallway. Those are the fuck-ups. Let them act like the circus in town. That's the Xbox game. That's the Xbox port. The PlayStation port gets a special Frosted Glass room. And that's where they all work on PlayStation games of the Xbox games. The PlayStation ports of the Xbox games. The other folk, they're making honey. They're doing cartwheels in the hallway. They're friggin' playing checkers. What? What? Excuse? Is somebody questioning me? Is somebody? Excuse me? Wait. Is there a person disagreeing? You say I don't have any sources? Oh my God! What? Excuse me? I don't have any sources? Wait a second. Wait a second. Somebody is questioning the Gaming Grindhouse that I don't have sources, that I'm talking out my ass. I'm talking out my own great ass. So, well, then I'm going to have to pull up the tapes because I don't think people understand what's going on here. Well, we're going to have to show this now, the tapes. Because people are arguing with me. I got to get my resources now here. You want to see what goes outside of the frosted glass? Is this the one? Let me see. These are tapes? No. That's a different one. We got to get the real tapes. Yeah. Maybe this is it. Here it is. It was one of the OGs. Because this is what they're doing in the hallways when this is what they're doing in the hallways, grinders. When the frosted glass rooms are built. This is what's happening in the hallway. Here, the tapes. I got the video. This is not it. No, this is wrong. Yes, this is it. What? Don't you question me? What happens at these Xbox studios?
Woke up this morning, feeling so inspired.
Here we go.
Got my cup of coffee, ready to get wired. I opened up my laptop, loads of code to write, but my mind's on brunch, can't wait for
the tapes.
A bite. Yum, yum. Brunch, no crunch, that's my game.
That's right, here they are. Moped.
Coated in munching, it's all the same. Working hard, never missing out.
That's what.
Brunch,
You got time for cartwheels.
without a doubt.
They're playing fluid. Todd Howard pointed at drinks.
We have a top-notch break room with all the coffee and snacks you can consume. On weekdays, booty comes with the coffee. We can't believe it is all free. The real workers are behind the frosted glass, while Sue drives her scooter again right past. Then there's Phil doing cartwheels down the hall. There's no wonder nothing gets done at all.
Facts.
It's brunch and no crunch.
There you go. These are the facts. Oh, we're moving about for room. There you go. Pass the croissant.
It's
Do another-
brunch and no
Do another crunch. Now
Just
they-
another day with Matt Booty running the show. He has us, City Max and Activision to go. We just wait for brunch to that. Sue gets on the scooter. Phil goes back to slow motion cartwheels and gets back to her board games. And then we do it all the same tomorrow. See you at brunch. No crunch.
Dude, there she is! Why did it not get delayed? There's a guy, ask him. Ask him. Excuse me, sir. First off, I gotta stop the song. These are the devs. There's this guy. I'm gonna ask him. Okay. Excuse me, why is Avowed moving to February? Sir! Sir! Excuse me, sir! Sir, what happened to Avowed? Sir! Excuse me. Mid-cartwheel, let me ask you what's going on. Look at this room. What are they making here? They're all board games. What are they doing here? What is this? What is this? Sir, ma'am, is the animations ready for Indiana Jones? Do we got the third-person animations ready? Ma'am, please. I know you just rolled a goddamn Yahtzee, but please, ma'am. I know you hit Yahtzee, but did you finish the animations on Janky Jones? We got to do first person now because we don't have the animations in third person. No, excuse me, ma'am. Put this guy writing down who got Yahtzee. Team. This is the animation team for Indiana Jones, the third person animation team. Here they are. You wondered why the Indiana Jones is in the first person? Well, there you go. These are the animations. They were working on third party. They were the third person camera animations. This is the team right here. Ask them what happened. Excuse me, ma'am. Who are these two? They're the graphic. They're the mocap studio. Excuse me, sir. Sir. We didn't get nominated this year for awards. No fucking shit. What are you doing here? You're fucking around on the cot. Nah, yeah, no awards this year. What the fuck going on here? Oh, no nominations this year. No nominations. No game of the year this year. Sorry, guys. But check out my fucking cartwheel. This is what they're doing here. This is what we're doing. That is the guy from Jackie Jones. That's right, Claymores. It's Jackie Jones. Sir, stop your cartwheel. Let me in. What's going on with the animation? No awards this year. No wonder Phil looks like how he does at the Game Awards. You got motherfuckers doing this in the studios. No wonder Phil looks like this. Feels like that some of the bitches still doing cartwheels, and I'm sitting here in the front row of the Game Awards. Oh shit, we got big Yahtzees. Phil knows this fuck up shit goes around in the studios. He's sitting there with that face going, motherfucker. That guy won't stop doing goddamn cartwheels. I told him last week he has to stop doing the cartwheels. I told him last week. That's what Phil said. Phil's like, I told her to put that shit in the parking lot. Phil's sitting there with that puss face on going, fucking Astrobot, motherfucker. This is, he knows what's going on in his studios. Look. Phil's like, motherfucker, Astrobot. Booty, motherfucker's still doing cartwheels. This lady playing whole ass Dungeons and Dragons she's playing. Look at this. Look at this setup they got over there. Dude, this is a I got 10 minutes at lunchtime game. Like, look at this shit. Look at this setup. Dude, they got whole ass books and dungeon masters and shit. This is like a whole day of gaming right here, of board gaming. Dude, stop cartwheeling. Like, this is not like, yo, I'll be back. I got to take a dump. And then I got lunch. Dude, this still got good cartwheel. There, look at this. Look at this setup. They got 3 whole ass employees right there. Look at this. No, I don't want that. How do I advance? This motherfucker's still cartwheeling. Look at this. Let me get back to the tapes. Look at this. They got whole ass Dungeon Master game. Dude, this is not a 10-minute lunch break game. This is not, you know, I'm gonna play a little tic-tac-toe at lunch. I'm gonna play a little bit of tic-tac-toe with my friends at lunch, and then I'm gonna get back to work. Look at this shit. They got Dungeon Masters, they got models, they got 7 fucking die. Dude, this is like a whole afternoon they got on here. Avowed's moved for room and polish. No wonder Phil looks like somebody shit in his coffee. No wonder Phil looks like grinded. No wonder Phil. It is. No wonder. Listen. They invite Phil to the Game Awards. Look at this. Look at this. Where is it? Look at this. If you knew this shit was going down at your studios, I would have this face too. I would be like, bitch. Phil knows this shit's going down over there. He knows these motherfuckers are dancing and cartwheels and look at this. This lady having the time of her life, driving a fucking moped down the hallway, running over people. Phil Spencer at the Game Awards like, mother. He knows that shit goes down. He goes, that's why I'm never going to get Game of the Year. I got this lady riding around on a goddamn scooter. He got he got this shit going down. Phil Spencer's like, motherfucker. This is Phil. Look at them. Booty knows. Look at Booty. Booty's looking away going, guys, we're never going to get this goddamn Game Awards. We're never going to win this shit. It's never going to happen. Because all three of them know. They know that this shit's going down at their studios. This lady's still employed riding around this fucking motorcycle down the hallway. I heard the guy in this room is like, that fucking lady's still in the hallway riding that cart around. Phil knows that shit's going down. Phil's like, he's like, yeah. I told that son of a bitch to stop. I told her to stop driving that shit in the hallways. Look at this. She's smiling her ass off. She's smiling, and Phil looking like this. Phil looking like this. And she's smiling. Look at this. Who's the boss? Mona. Mona. Who's the boss? If your boss going in public looking like somebody shitting his cereal, and you riding around on a fucking moped in the goddamn hallways of the studio where you're supposed to be working. The fucking killed in the microphone. Hands off management. Damn right, Ryan. Look at this. Lady, you're making your boss. Look at Booty. Booty can't even look at Astrobot. He looking to the side going, shit. Fucking we lost, though. Astrobot won. We're going to get roasted. He goes, that lady still, she yelled at me last. She almost hit me with the fucking scooter when I told her to put it away. Phil Spencer looking like that. Look, she's smiling her ass. This fucking guy, look at this. Phil knows this shit's going down. Look at Phil. He said, you fucker. I went over there. Even Greenberg, he's like, oh shit, man. Dude, that guy's still fucking cartwheeling over there. That guy's still fucking called. Booty's like, I told him. Booty's like, I told this guy. I said, stop. I said, I told him, I was like, you know, we got to get the game shipped out. It's a production. It's a production. Booty said it's a production. I told him to stop doing the cartwheels. I told him, but you know what? They don't fucking listen to me. I'm named after an ass. Who the hell is going to listen to me? I got to change my name because nobody takes me seriously. What do? They call Mr. Booty? Are you kidding me? This is what happens when the guy walks in and his name is Mr. Booty. You go check out my cartwheel, motherfucker. That's what they say. This is what they say. Mr. Booty's coming. Mr. Booty's coming. Who's coming? Fuck out of here. Throw me on the goddamn cart. And Booty's coming. When they come, Mr. Booty showing up. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody can take him seriously. He's like, Phil, Mr. Booty's coming to check on you. Get the fuck out of here. Booty's coming. Put me in the cart.
Great ass!
Give me a croissant. Pass me a croissant. Pass me a croissant. This is it. This is the management team at the bottom, and these are the employees. What the fuck is wrong with this picture? Grinders, what is the wrong? This is the management at the bottom, and the employees at the top. Tell me what's wrong with the picture. Tell me what's wrong. Yo, the management team is down there getting roasted by Jeff Keighley. Dude got pants 3 inches two sizes too small. He got his smuggling grapes. They're popping in Phil Spencer's face in the front row. This is what's happening. Here's the employees. Look at this. Here's the employees, and here's the management team. There you go. What's wrong with the picture? No wonder. More about games. And that was just a bunch. Grinders. That's just a bunch. But there you go. He knows. He knows what's going on at the studios. He knows what's going on. He knows that shit's going down. He knows that handoff asked first development. And that's just, listen, that's just a couple of them over there. He knows what's going on over here.
Sustainability is so important. It's something I'm actively trying to do in my home life, my personal life. I think we all carry on the cake.
One of the things that exam peers who show those is that we all is not only that those buildings there. We have beekeepers on site, and we've organized litter picking. We have beekeepers on site, and you can buy rare honey from reception.
We're making
litter picking. We have beekeepers on site, and you can buy rare honey from reception.
We're making games which can be sometimes seen as a frivolous way of using power.
Stuff that we do for the environment. We've organized litter picking. We have beekeepers on site, and you can buy rare honey from reception.
We're making games which can be sometimes seen as a frivolous way of using
that we do for the environment. We've organized litter picking. We have beekeepers on site, and you can buy rare honey from reception.
There's your management team at the Game Awards. Feels like fucking rare honey from reception. Booty's like, fucking beekeepers. They got beekeepers on site at
make
Rare
a difference
honey.
there. So at Rare we have all sorts of stuff that we do for the environment. We've organized litter picking. We have beekeepers on site, and you can buy rare honey from reception.
Yeah. You wonder why. You wonder why they look like this. You wonder why. Yeah. I look like that too. I think all of us would have that face, knowing that this shit is going down at my game studios. Hit that like button, grinders. Look at these. Look, this is the connections that nobody tells you about. All the insiders. Fucking insiders, dude. All this shit they got beekeepers. Phil Spencer is firing and shutting down studios, but he's paying for beekeepers for rare honey to be sold at reception. Who's paying for those beekeepers? Oh, we're going to shut down Tango Gameworks. We don't need Hi-Fi Rush 2. But we got to keep the bees employed. We got to keep that honey going. Booty's going to come up with a new ingredient for his coffee and put honey in the coffee. We need to keep going. That's what he said. Look at the faces. Yeah, I have that too.
That we do for the environment. We've organized litter picking. We have beekeepers on site, and you can buy rare honey from reception.
We're making games which can be sometimes seen as a frivolous way of using power, but
making games is a frivolous way of using power.
Is that a deal? No, I keep losing at deals, and I don't want to make a deal anymore. I am leaving, and you can't stop me. I'm packing my bags. Very calm day until this. A bump in the road comes, and she's being sarcastic. I won't be coming back until Saturday when you leave. She's going to try to stop me, but she can't run in those little high heels. Never see this face again.
Phil's losing the deals. Listen. Look. Or
I know who you can talk to, so it's definitely helped with collaboration.
Look how you can collaborate. You got to talk over the plants. It's like, dude, come around there. Why are you talking through a goddamn bush?
So
why are we conversating with a plant right in front of your face?
It's definitely helped with collaboration.
The barn always feels like a hub of activity. It's really easy to...
Wait, where are they? Here it is.
And talk and have kind
there it is.
Everyone see how other features are going.
There's a big kitchen area with kind of a table where you can talk and have kind of a more collaborative, like casual, just chat or catch up with people or a coffee. You feel... Did
somebody say coffee? Did somebody say coffee? Yeah. There you go. Matt Booty's like, motherfuckers.
Kind of can talk and have kind of.
The Matt Booty Blues probably has gone cold, and you made Xbox lose their way with Halo. Stinky tears and spreading bull, trash finger strikes again. Yeah, blue. Poppy has gone cold, and he made Xbox lose their way with Halo.
Where are the people?
Stinky tears and spreading bull, trash finger strikes again.
This is what happens. And just to show you something. Hit that like button, grinders. Hit that like button. Let's guess what this is.
Subway station to other precarious sections, traces of survivors, and ultimately a fateful encounter. At the beginning of the game, players navigate a somewhat linear map. However, the moment you encounter survivors on the surface, the world expands significantly.
This is the largest land I've ever seen.
Let's see this studio.
Describing Stellar Blade's sound in one word would be clang.
They're actually playing the game they're working on, not Dungeons and Dragons.
Parrying is a crucial element of our combat system.
Feedback.
Our goal was to make a fast.
Look. This is not even a video.
Can I do it again?
The most
discussing
important thing was the communication between each other.
Discussing the character design. Wait, this wasn't even the one I wanted to show you. There was the other one. Wait, is it? Wait, is this the one? Yeah. There's no goddamn beekeepers over here. There's no coffee and to talk of breaks.
When creatures always been
on Earth.
Imagery.
Environment.
Showing empty rooms and trees.
In one word.
Where is it?
For the players.
That was the same footage before. The same video.
Making it as different as humanly possible from the first game as we could, and then
It's so fucking sexy.
I think
from it and then
and we went with it.
studio leadership was supportive of us, but this really was like a bottom-up kind of initiative.
Yeah, absolutely.
And where's your game of the year? He knows what's going on at the studios. There's no cartwheels. There's no, I wouldn't even, there's nobody riding a goddamn scooter in the hallways. No bees, no honey, just people making games. So maybe you got to go back and reevaluate your studios. That's why I said the frosted glass, because they got the workers behind the frosted glass. The rest of them all fucking around in the street. They let them do cartwheels in the hallway. But back, I digressed very long on this topic. on this thing, I digressed very long on here.
Absolutely, and I think that
one of the things is back to what Booty said. If I go back to his quote, production. Booty said it's a production decision more than anything else. So it's more of a timing thing. If a game was already in development for the PlayStation 5, or they could tell if they're not at a pivot point where they could tell a studio, hey, stop making the PS5 version, and it wouldn't be disruptive. That's where a lot of this is. So this doesn't fall into like Phil was lying with the red line. This goes right into that they're just finding where is the best time to implement the PlayStation 5 version of their games. And again, they went in there chest pounding a couple of years ago and told them, stop making Xbox, PlayStation versions. There it goes. Phil Spencer, back at Bethesda. This is about delivering great exclusive games on platforms where Game Pass exists. They never intended to put those games on PlayStation. They told them to stop making the PlayStation versions. That's what they told them. Harry Johnson III with the 2. He goes, you talk about the intergalactic haters day one. Yeah, no, a little bit in the beginning. But let them do what they want to do. Dude, the game looked awesome, and we know it's going to be quality. But again, I want to see more gameplay of it, but I liked what I saw. I can't sit here and say every Bethesda game is exclusive, because he was talking about Elder Scrolls Online. We know that's not true. There's contractual obligations that we are going to see through, as we do in every one of these instances. We have games that exist on other platforms, and we're going to support those games on the platforms that they're on. They're communities of players. We love those communities, and we're going to invest in them. And even in the future, there may be things that have contractual things or legacy on different platforms that we'll go do. Well, obviously, he's talking about ZeniMax. So tell me about why Grounded's on PlayStation. Why Sea of Thieves is on PlayStation. So it's done. And the whole reason why this just got crazy after the Game Awards and after all this stuff is because of this. The bootleg, the blogger, don't pay attention to me, pay attention to me, had this to say. And this triggered a whole bunch of people. It's because they don't want to mandate it on the teams. They aren't set up for multi-platform simultaneous development, because people are saying just rip off the Band-Aid. The teams are not set up. But the era of Xbox having permanent console exclusives is over. Is he telling the truth? Is he's not? I think my prediction, the real Jez, I think Starfield, I think once we come back in January, Grinds Adamas here. I think once we come back in January, Starfield is being announced for PlayStation 5 and Forza. I think those games are going. And I think all this stuff, this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox, even Phil's face at the awards, I think he knows that next year is going to be a bloodbath. I think he knows that next year it's going to be a lot. He may retire. Who the hell knows? I think he knows that next year everything is exposed. Pants down. Yeah, Magni, I put it up on Twitter. On X, whatever it is. My wrap up. Yeah. Even though I called the PlayStation fuck up for like 3 days, it didn't work. But I think Forza Horizon, that one's been delayed. Like Mag was saying it, but we that was like earlier rumored this year. Yeah, but I think Starfield. I think all this is definitely pre-damage controlling. All this is getting ready for the big guns. And I think Phil's trying to find the most the production wise, but I think the most non-damaging way, even though it's gonna, like, listen, it's a kick in the nuts to Xbox fans. It is. It's a kick in the nuts. If I tell you I'm gonna kick you in the nuts and kick you in the nuts, does it hurt any less? A kick in the nuts is a kick in the nuts. So regardless of how you say it or where you say it, like if I tell you I'm going to kick you in the nuts now, I'll kick you in the nuts tomorrow, you're getting kicked in the nuts, it's going to hurt. He knows this is not going to go well, but he's trying to find the optimal time. I think they want to try to put it in with some sort of hardware announcement, because I think just by saying these games going there is going to change it. But I really think that they're ready to go. And I think he knows that shit's going to go down next year. And he has a hell of a year of ride. He had a hell of a year this year, man. Just 4 games. Right, Phil?
Learn how to build those. This has been a strategy that we've been on for, I'd say, a decade. It's not about one device. It's not about games in service of a device, but rather the devices that people want to play on should be in service of making the games as big and popular as they possibly could be. Because really a healthy creator community on Xbox, a healthy creator community in gaming all up, is the thing that all of us as game players should be voting for, because that's the thing that will lead to the best long-term success and growth in this industry.
You are thinking about the future and this concept of live service games, games that can benefit from bigger audiences, new audiences. How does that apply to future titles and how you're applying that criteria there?
Yeah, there's really no fundamental change to how we think about exclusivity. We just came out of Developer Direct, which was an awesome show, where we showed great games that are coming to Xbox and PC and cloud, which really makes them accessible to hundreds of millions.
Oh, see, Grinders, we always go back, and it just, the tapes never lie, Grinders. The tapes never lie. It's so funny, the imagery that they use when he's talking about just coming to Xbox and PC, and they show Janky Jones in there. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yo, man, Phil.
Is that a deal? No, I keep losing at deals, and I don't want to make a deal anymore.
Xbox and PC and cloud, which
how does that apply to
it's
future
so funny.
titles
They
and how
show
you're
it all,
applying
and,
that
and
criteria
there you go. Not
yeah,
exclusive.
there's really no fundamental change to how we think about exclusivity. We just came out of Developer Direct, which was an awesome show.
See what I mean? At Developer Direct, and he talks about those games being exclusive, and meanwhile, Indiana Jones announced later that year going to PlayStation before you even have a release date. Kick in the nuts. Like I said, kick in the nuts. And it's getting worse. Like, the kick is getting harder because of things like this. He's using these games like Indiana Jones here.
Showed great games that are coming to Xbox.
We showed great games that are coming to Xbox, PC, and cloud. So he says we're not changing our fundamental idea of exclusivity. We showed great games coming to PC, cloud, and they show Indiana Jones.
And PC and cloud, which really...
This is why the nut shot.
Breakfast to go. You're going to love my nuts. Watch this. You can do
because they can continue to just deflect. That's been the issue. They don't have anything good to say at that time, so they deflect and reference other things. So it's just 4 games, but we still are not changing our idea of exclusivity. We just had a developer direct where we showed excellent games coming to PC and Xbox. Indiana Jones is one of them. So then what do you expect to happen when Jeff Keighley goes, oh, and one more thing, Indiana Jones is coming to PlayStation in spring whenever the fuck. Announced it in September. Why? It's the same okie dokie that Square Enix gave to Microsoft when they got Tomb Raider for a year, and right before they released the game on Xbox, Square Enix like, oh yeah, it's coming to PlayStation next year. And it stopped people from going, oh, okay, well, it's just a timed exclusive, because Phil wouldn't commit if Tomb Raider was a timed exclusive. He's like, well, we'll help and publish the game. That's all he said. That's all he said. That's right, Twizzits in the face. I'm the best at pausing on things that have that show for effect. The ultimate pauser. Pause. But this is what happens. You're deflecting from the 4 game announcements because you know that's going to piss off people. But your deflection, you got to deflect more. So tell me why. And then Outer Worlds that you announced as exclusive, coming there. Starfield is going to be next. That was the most important Xbox exclusive going to PlayStation. And people go, well, PlayStation put games on PC. Listen, they came out and said that they don't see consoles. Believe me, if their console sales start slowing down because their game's going on PlayStation, they're going to stomp at shit. If they give a shit about it. I don't give a fuck about what Sony does on that stuff. But the thing is that this is putting your games directly on your competitor. This is Bose giving their proprietary noise cancellation algorithms to Sony. That's what this is. This is your direct competitor. PC is an expansion of the audience. Yes, there may be crossover. Yes, you may lose some, but it is not, yo, we're putting our games on that platform. The blue that we've been fighting for all these years. The reason why we developed Xbox was to knock PlayStation out of the living room. And we released it a year early. We competed at E3 stages. And now you're putting your games there. It was when Sega put Sonic on Nintendo. It's totally different. This is equivalency. These are the same platforms. You have the same third-party games. Your only differentiator is your game exclusivity. That's why one chooses blue and one chooses green, or they choose both because they want to play the games that are only on those platforms. And hey, exclusivity is everything. All right? You don't see Louis Vuitton selling Coach. You know, you do not see Mazda being sold in a Honda dealership. They're cars, more cars for everyone. No, they're competitors. I'll tell you why my car is better than their car. So you choose my brand. But a car's a car. Yeah, it still drives. Well, but what? We got these. We got these features. Oh, okay. Competition's everywhere. So cut this shit out. That gaming can't grow without... Gaming did grow with competition. Hell, gaming grew so much that Microsoft got involved in gaming. Sony, Nintendo, and Sega were fighting it out. Sony, Nintendo, and Sega fighting it out. Gaming grew when Microsoft was like, oh, let's get in here. Competition creates innovation. Competition creates people to do something different. It does not make you stay status quo, because if you stay status quo, your competitor will out-compete you. So you got to stay ahead. You need to innovate and expand and do things differently. Because if you're the same as your competitor, then people may just go with your competitor over you. Competition helps grow the industry. Competition is what people, there will be no, like, that's what grows. You could bring in new audiences with different games, but just putting the boring ass games on all devices does not grow the industry. Competition grows the industry. Hell, Satya said last year, Mr. Balls Deep Stutter and Satya said, let us compete, FTC. Oh, let us compete, Satya said. We are third or fourth in the console space. Let us compete. That's what Satya said. The words competition came out of Satya's mouth. Let us compete, he said. We are third or fourth or fifth. That's what he said. Let us compete. Let us compete, he said. Compete in what? You said, let us buy Activision so we could compete. Sony's been buying studios. Let us compete. Why did you put on that face of let us compete? Why did you have Dopey Bastard, that guy that we never heard from again, showing a pie chart of Sony's market share in Europe? The Pac-Man, 80-20. All blue. If you weren't competing, now you're putting your games that gave you your identity. And listen, this is not only to sell consoles, but this also sells their service. If these games only could be played in their service, then people who want to play those games would go to the service. By putting their games on PlayStation, it not only makes people not want to buy your console, but it also makes people not want to join and grow your service. That's the problem. It doesn't even, it hurts Xbox consoles, but it also hurts Game Pass and Game Pass growth. Because you're giving people an alternative to not subscribe to your service. So Grinders, answer me this question in the chat. Where do they go from here? Putting their games on PlayStation, I think we're at the end of days of Xbox. I seriously think there is going to be a bloodbath next year, and I'll do my predictions, but I think next year is going to be a bloodbath. Thank you, Advocate. I think next year is going to be a bloodbath. I think there's going to be so many pivots and just crazy stuff announced, and it's all going to lead up to just putting their ultimate Gears announcement over there and stuff. And I think that's what's going to happen. Because this strategy of putting the games on PlayStation doesn't grow their service. It doesn't grow, and I'm not talking about selling consoles because they're beyond that. But it doesn't even want, who's going to subscribe for Game Pass when they could get the game on the platform of choice? Basically, Microsoft succumbed, emphasis on cummed.
Breakfast to go. You're going to love my nuts.
Microsoft succumbed to facing the reality that Game Pass is not going to grow. And they got to make their money back. And Game Pass growth ain't it. They were thinking 10 million. They were saying 10 million we're going to sell of this game on PlayStation. I showed you the article last week. 10 million of this. Starfield and Indiana Jones was going to sell 10 million on PlayStation, and that they were going to make that money up by not putting it on PlayStation, and they were going to make that money up in Game Pass subscriptions and in console sales. That's what Tim Stewart said. The same person at the beginning of this year that said, we're putting our games on other platforms. Tim Stewart, 2 years ago, a year ago, said, Indiana Jones and Starfield will sell 10 million, but we will make that up in Game Pass subscriptions and Xbox console sales. What happened? They spent too much money, and they got to make their money back fast. The console's not selling. It is a travesty. It is lower than low. And they're going to be low again. They're not giving, and again, the same thing with Indiana Jones here. You had a little bit of a hope, a little white light beaming in through the clouds that maybe Indiana Jones could maybe push some consoles. I don't think so, but it had at least the media support. And you didn't even ride that momentum because you announced this game for the PlayStation 3 months ago without even a real date. You didn't even let this game cook on your platform and your services before announcing the PlayStation version. So basically, you took any kind of person that's sitting there going, I love Indiana Jones, but I'll just wait for it to come to my PlayStation. Instead of saying, you know, I love Indiana Jones, let me check this game out. I'll subscribe to Game Pass. Xbox on sale for $350. I'll buy one. Let me check this game out. I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan. I got the whip and everything. But you basically told them, just wait till the spring. It's not even a year. You didn't even, like, what was the purpose of that? You didn't even let this game cook a little bit on your platform and your services. So they are really just kind of, where do they go from here? Where do they go? They've conceded. It's done. Nobody's going to come to their platform or to their subscriptions. It's not even selling consoles. It is what is their strategy to salvage these games, to try to get as much money back from what they spent? And grinders, that's not a good strategy. That's desperation. They fought so hard. Listen, would you go into like a store and beg them to like take your money? Would you? I'm just, please let me spend $200,000, dude. They begged. They went on Twitter. They went to fans. They were screaming like, support us. Boo Sony. Oh, boo crying Jim Ryan. Like, they went and made this a public media circus. Phil's wearing a suit. Phil's on the road. Sarah's talking. Ooh-hoo. Like, Satya saying, let us compete. Oh, he's so clever. They fought tooth and nail to beg to spend $80 billion. They begged. They had people hold the law. We fight for us, everybody. Poor $1 trillion company wants to spend $80 billion. They begged. They could have walked away after the CMA said, no, thanks. Sorry, didn't go through. CMA, they shut it down. Dude, they went after. They threatened the whole entire country. They had Big Booty Bobby in there going, yeah, the Microsoft's going to pull out of the UK. Fuck the micro, like, what? They were going into national war. Bootleg Jez was going after Lena Khan like she was enemy number one. They were going crazy for begging Microsoft to spend $80 billion, please. To then come back this year after spending $80 billion and having what? Buyer's remorse. And going, uh-oh, Phil was drunk. It was a drunk purchase. They were drinking too much of the juice. We spent too much money. Now we got to make it back twofold now. They woke up after a hangover and go, oh, shit, what happened last night? They fucking wake up, booty's face down, ass up, shit all over his ass. Phil Spencer got his shirt ripped open. Greenberg's like head in the toilet bowl. They're like, yo, what the fuck? What happened last night, dude? What happened? It's like, yo, Phil, what the fuck happened? The Phil Ness hangover they had. They woke up like, oh, Phil, what the fuck happened? What happened? Yo, what happened to Booty? Why Booty got shit all over him? Greenberg, face down, he's drinking out of the toilet. Phil Spencer, shirt ripped open with a tattoo and saying Velocity Architecture on his chest. The Phil Ness hangover. Oh, what the fuck happened? Satya got his tongue stuck to the goddamn icy. He has his tongue stuck to a pole with the frost on it going, Maybe fix his fucking stuttering. Satya, why'd you lick the frozen pole? What happened last night? Yo! Why does Booty have a tattoo on his forehead that says, my ass is here? Oh, shit!
25.
It's coming.
What the fuck happened last night? Last Friday night. What happened? It's like, yo, man, I don't fucking know what happened last night. I don't know what happened. I think we spent $80 billion. Oh, shit. The fuck we did? We spent $80 billion. What are we gonna do? I gotta go to work tomorrow. It's the Phil Ness hangover. Yo, man, you were wild last night, man. You were telling people on Twitter to with Tree Dillon make us spend $80 billion. You were screaming, hold the line. Sati was saying, let us compete, and then he stuck his tongue on a frozen pole, and now he can't talk. The fucking Phil Ness hangover. What happened? Oh, you were going wild last night, Phil. You were yelling, hold the line in the fucking streets when you're in underwears. We got the video. We got it right here, Phil. We got you recorded. Phil, you were wild last night.
We're streaking. We're going up through the quad to the gymnasium.
Who's streaking?
There's more coming.
Frank, get in the car.
Everybody's doing it.
Now.
We got recordings of you, Phil. You were streaking in the fucking streets, screaming, hold the line. You were like, we gotta spend $80 billion. Holy shit. The fuck did I drink? I don't know, Phil. But you were screaming in the street, hold the line, and you paid $80 billion. You signed a check. Oh, shit. What are we going to tell Tim Stewart? Daddy Tim is going to tell us, what do we do with him? He smells like shit. Booty's like, yo, you rang? Yo, Booty. Oh, shit. Yo, you got a fucking tattoo on your forehead. What does it say? It says my asshole's here. Oh, shit, Booty. Oh, shit. Booty, you gotta go to work like that with a fucking tattoo on your forehead. Oh, shit. What are you gonna say when you go into rare? You got a tattoo that says my asshole's here on your forehead. Oh, shit. We gotta go to work tomorrow. That's them. The Phil Ness hangover. Dude, they begged, hold the line in the streets, spend $80 billion, and the next day they woke up, they're like, oh, shit, we gotta get this back. Who spent this money? Fucking, you're welcome for the skit. Hit the like button. That's Adelaide, dude. This shit just comes up. Booty, go get the coffee. That's right, Ryan. These skits just come to me. Dude, this is what happened. The Phil Ness hangover. And now they need the money. And they're looking, they're like, oh, shit, wait, Xbox, they don't buy shit here. We told them Game Pass is great. We got to go where the gamers are. And if you remember, they did the same thing for PC. They did the same thing. They tried to get everybody to come to their Windows store. Nobody came. So then they said, guys, Halo the collection is going to PC and Steam. And then they put their games on Steam because the Steam players weren't dealing with that Windows store. Even though it's pre-installed whenever on every Windows computer, nobody wanted it. So Phil had to succumb again and put their games on Steam day and date. They never put their games on Steam day one. They believed in PC gaming, but they never will go into Steam. They wanted their Windows store to be the shit. And Mr. Jerkoff Tim Sweeney, Mr. fucking Big Mouth himself over at Epic, he called it the walled garden. Tim Sweeney didn't like the Windows store. He didn't like it. He called it the walled garden. He didn't like that Windows was putting a store already on there and nobody come to his Epic store. Sleaze motherfucker. Yeah, him, Tim Sweeney's. Mr. Cry Wolf, bitch.
Great Circle is
Yeah, he had a problem with the Windows Store. Walled garden. Microsoft makes the operating system. Now they make a store that's pre-installed. Oh no, and they could put games in there. Oh no. But guess what? Gamers didn't want it. Gamers didn't deal with it. So Phil had to succumb again. And he had his Inside Xbox. Remember those monthly shows that was Major Nelson and the wall of tweets? Remember that? And Major Nelson had parrots on his shoulder and all the goddamn 3-ring circus. Parrots on his shoulder. He had a cockatoo in his ass. It was horrible. The breathing, the fire breathing, the bearded ladies, the Twitter wall. And they used to show the guy getting shot out the cannon for Sea of Thieves. No games. It was like a fucking variety show. But during that show, white gloves, exactly, Ryan. Ryan knows. It was a variety show. And then what happened? Oh, yeah, we're going to put Halo Master Chief Collection on Steam Day 1. There you go. Oh, shit. What happened to the Windows Store? Oh, you can get it there, too. And there you go. He did. He had Bob Barker's mic and clothes. He had the flowered shirts, Ryan. Inside Xbox. That's the joke of a show. Then they fired the whole team. But they got to make their money back. And bootlegs running around now saying that it's done.
Really makes them accessible to hundreds of millions of people. So it's this kind of, we're really focused on a couple platforms and what's going to show up there. But our key of play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want, when everybody plays, we all win. These have been part of our strategy for years and will continue to be. Our focus is on how do we continue to grow the games industry by reaching more players in more places.
That's always the problem. Reaching more players in more places. They've reached. They've reached so far they're doing the reach around. It's done. They've reached everywhere. That's what's crazy. The only place that they're finding they could sell their games is on PlayStation and probably Switch. And that's why I said next year is going to be a bloodbath, a disaster, a mess. I'm telling you, with the Switch 2 coming out, dude, they're going to be there day one with Sea of Thieves on Switch 2. It's going to go. That's not how you grow the industry. You grow the industry with innovation and quality content. And the gamers will come. And then you could expand it there. But by putting slop and shit on everything doesn't make it grow. Like, you could sit there and go, wow, look at everybody. But nobody's interacting. Look at your numbers. Look at your numbers. You're telling me Activision Blizzard King is the only... Guess what? That's another thing. They know. That's why Phil looks like this. They know. He knows that the honeymoon is over, dude. The honeymoon is over. Next year's financial numbers are going to be compared with Activision. So all that growth, plus 47, and meanwhile it was like Xbox without Activision was like 1 or 0. All that services growth of plus 47%, 41%, yeah, guess what? It's going to go right back to either 0 or 2 or negative. Because now you're going to be comparing apples to apples. With Activision versus with Activision. This year was all with Activision, without, and last year was no Activision. He knows that these numbers are going to be ass. Because they're going to be comparing them with Activision. So that plus 41% is going to be, oh yeah, it's 40% this month. Oh shit, that means we lost a percent. Yeah. They know. They know that they're going to have to explain these numbers. That's right, the AI bubble too. That's another thing. And that's the other thing. Microsoft, in its infinite power of AI and growth and promises, yet again, they sold the promise of AI and Copilot. And then you see Snapdragon dropping out. Copilot being a disaster because nobody wants screenshots of their websites. That AI bubble is bursting and a lot more competition's coming in. Even goddamn, what's his name? Elon is coming after him. Like, Open AI is getting drowned out. This is what happens. Microsoft tries to buy something early and get a head start, and they are so slow, like a goddamn cruise ship, that everybody just jumps on board with AI, and now Microsoft is behind the game. And meanwhile, they're the ones that talk the most, and the people who didn't talk just show up and do. PlayStation's doing it to them now. Microsoft been talking about cloud since 2016. Sony said, yes, cloud on Portal, bitch. Update tonight. There was no goddamn, let's sit around and talk. There was no like, just imagine. Hold on, let me get on this show. I'm at Gamescom. Just imagine about cloud. Just imagine about little Timmy on a phone. No, Sony's like, update your Portal tonight, bitch. Go play cloud. There you go. Oh, yeah, 4K 60 with DualSense features and surround sound. PlayStation. Good job. Enjoy. 2 years they've been doing it already. Microsoft, we're going to start streaming to the Xbox now. It's like, what? You've been talking about cloud since 2016. What do you mean you're just streaming to Xbox now? PlayStation Now has been doing this since you were talking about it. PlayStation TV and shit. They tried it. It failed. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to play Xbox games on a Fire Stick, Phil. Come on now. But this is the reality of the situation. So where are they? What are they doing? This year was the transition year. This was the Band-Aid half off, blood coming out. Next year, it's done. It's done. They are ready, and they're going to be there front and center with new Switch 2 hardware. Dude, did you see? This is not an Xbox in review, but this is going to... Look at this. Did you see this? Massive leaks on the Nintendo? Look at these. I'm not going to show the image because Nintendo's wild. Look at this saying. 3 models. January 25 reveal. Mario Kart 9 at launch.
Great Circle is
Magnetic Joy-Cons, Hall Effect sticks, curved dock. Even Nintendo's going cheap. LCD screen, larger buttons. Same game carts. Dude. And by the way, Avowed was moved for room. Dude, Avowed is coming out in a bloodbath. I wouldn't be surprised if Avowed gets delayed. And this is the other thing. We do this every year, Grinders. Yeah, take my money. Exactly. Nintendo, you got my fucking money. I don't give a shit. I need another Switch in this house. I have a launch Switch. I want another one. Yeah, because of the games, man. I'm ready to go. Even though I wish they would default OLED, but I guess they're not. But they're going to have a Mario Kart 9. Dude, Mario Kart 9, please. It's done. Mario Kart 8 lasted the entire generation. Selling like hotcakes. Mario Kart 9, psh, yeah. It sold the games. Oh, that's Mario Kart 9 console. A model. Michael, that's a Mario Kart 9 model. But the biggest complaint of the Switch 2 is not going to... It's just going to be... I think it's just going to be a refined Switch. Like a stronger processor. A curved dock. And I think it's just going to be more sleek. And maybe add some features here and there. But it's not going to be anything wild. But I think... Speaking of the Switch, I think that's Microsoft's strategy. I think we're going to see an iteration of the Xbox Series consoles. I think there's going to be an iteration of them. And I think that they are trying to do a switch. They are trying to basically step out of the whole under the TV battle because they conceded. Sony, you got it. Sony, you got the living room. We're done. We tried. We fought it. Like, if people want to play on our box, they can. But we are not fighting in the living room anymore. We are done. Because look at this. This was the thing that leaked from Microsoft's thing. this Brooklyn Series X refresh. Adorably all digital. So they already got people ready to go with the all digital Series X this year. I think this comes out next year. And if you look, it's basically a refined Xbox. It's not a Pro. It just has and this is what's crazy. This thing, 2 terabytes, USB-C front foot, same great price they had, $500. Well, that shit the fan. That thing skipped. No, 2 terabytes cost you $600 right now. So I'm assuming this thing's gonna be $600. Same great price. Yeah. See, improved efficiency, Wi-Fi radio, 5.2. This is just a refresh. So it's a garbage pail. So I think they'll refresh the X. They'll do a refresh where it's not going to be a Pro. That's why Phil said they're done with Pros. Here's Elwood, the Series S refresh. More internal storage, faster Wi-Fi, reduced power, and more immersive controller. And I think this is next year. They're going to do that. The gimmick controller that everybody talked about with the PS5, Microsoft's going to do their controller next year because that's all they do is controllers. So I think this is slated for next year. You're going to get refreshes of the series consoles. They already increased the thing. I think they're going to do refreshes of these and then with the new controller. But I think also they're going to start talking Project Portable. Because Microsoft is trying to leave this stuff behind. They want to do what Nintendo did. How Nintendo just said, hey, GameCube, Wii gimmicks. Guys, we're not fighting with you guys, Xbox and PlayStation under the TV. We're just going to combine our mobile skills and our console, and we're just going to make a Switch. And Nintendo stepped out of the living room and just went everywhere with the Switch, which was very smart. And I think Microsoft's trying to think that, hey, we could do the same thing with this like Xbox Portable. We could kind of break away from the traditional need to have a box in the house and just kind of sell a device per person. And we'll just kind of leave the console behind, but we'll be like, in theory, a console, but we'll be just like a Switch. Like we're not going to fight for the living room anymore because we don't need to. We lost. And that's why I think this Band-Aid getting ripped off about this production and stuff, and it's going to start. It started already. I think it's going to be even worse next year because bigger games that people were like, that's why I have an Xbox. I think those are going to go. And I really think that they're going to try to offset that news of like a Gears going to PlayStation with some sort of deflection of hardware. That's what I think they're going to do. That's what I predict what they're going to do. And this is an early prediction show, but I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to deflect those announcements of PlayStation ports with some sort of hardware announcement. And the same suckers will go in there and then jump into the hardware. They're like, see, Microsoft still cares about us. It's like, whatever, dude. They care enough about you not to give you games exclusively anymore. That's how much they care about you. They care about you like just like this. And then this was the other wild ride here. And this is where I don't understand it. I don't like, where is he? Tom Warren. This is where I said these people. Do you really care? Like the Outer Worlds trailer on PlayStation has to pretend Xbox and PC don't exist, right next to the massive Xbox Studios logo. Like he's upset that Outer Worlds 2 trailer just says PS5 on the PlayStation website, the PlayStation YouTube channel, and doesn't have the other places where it could be played. Dude, let me tell you something, Tom. Guess what? PlayStation is the receiver. They're not the giver. They're like, oh, thanks, Microsoft. We weren't asking for this, but sure. We'll sell it to our fans, our platform. Why was Sony market it that it's available everywhere else? Sony be like, nah, just come to PlayStation, because you come to the PlayStation channel, all you're going to get is PlayStation. Hell, Sony and PlayStation have such respect that even during the Astrobot winning, the winner, the developer was alluding to Nintendo as giving him the inspiration to build Astrobot. And he listed it all, but he was like, I'm not going to say their name. You know who they are. Because he's not going to be on a public forum with millions watching, being a Sony-owned PlayStation, Sony-owned studio. And this is Sony's moment for Game of the Year. And he's going to use that time to publicize and talk about Nintendo. No, you don't do that. That's the reason why. Microsoft, and this is what I don't get. In the same words, you're like, yes, games everywhere. And they try to make Sony look like the bad person here. Because Microsoft is giving. You stupid Microsoft Xbox folk. Do you realize that they are giving because they need to? Because they spent too much money. They made bad decisions. They're not giving. And what's crazy is, like, your bitch ass wasn't running around when Starfield was exclusive and when Redfall was exclusive saying, well, Microsoft stopped the PlayStation version. Why would they do that? Games everywhere. Oh, no, but when your preferred brand got exclusives, it was like PlayStation.
Oh, PlayStation. Great Circle is coming.
Oh, then it was bitches. Port begging bitches. Oh, Microsoft's not doing this out of the goodness of their heart. They're doing it because exactly, Iceman, they need to survive. They are desperate. They need what PlayStation and Nintendo have. Paying customers that buy products for the devices they own.
Great Circle is coming out.
That's what they do. They're not goodwill, Phil. They are, holy shit, we spent $80 billion filling this hangover. What the hell are we going to tell Tim Stewart when we go to work tomorrow? Booty got a tattoo of "This is my asshole" on his forehead. Greenberg is drinking out of the toilet bowl, and Phil Spencer has Velocity Architecture signed right above his asshole. What are we going to do here? Stutter and Satya got his tongue stuck to the goddamn fucking the ice pole outside. Stuttering away. Phil Ness hangover. We got to figure out how to get more money back. PlayStation's receiving this. You think PlayStation's out there? Dude, PlayStation don't give a shit. Phil's the one giving them the work. They're like, where's this big order come from? Oh shit, Phil Spencer just ordered a whole bunch of PlayStations. You think Herman Holtz is knocking on Phil's door going, please make this game for PlayStation? They don't give a shit. You think they're begging for Sea of Thieves? No. Just like how everybody, when Phil was given 10-year deals for Call of Duty, Ubisoft got it, the cloud. We did. Black Nuts got stiffed.
I can go directly to Black Nuts.
Boosteroid got Call of Duty. Nvidia's like, hey, what about us? They got 10-year deals. Microsoft was handing it out like fucking cotton candy. When $1 trillion company is giving out the shit that they could leverage to be a monopoly, to be strong, sure, yeah, whatever. Yeah, one less game for you, good. Nintendo didn't beg for 10-year deals. They're like, oh yeah, look what we did. Microsoft was promoting it. Stutter and Santia gets on his financial call and talks about sales of Call of Duty on PlayStation and Steam. Because they need to. Because, God forbid, they talk about sales of the game on Xbox. Did you see the Call of Duty sale at GameStop for $32? $34? Call of Duty on sale, the new one, for half price? For Christmas? Yo, shit must have dried up real quick in sales. GameStop of all places, $35. And it was in stock in all my stores. Call of Duty half price before the holidays? Yee.
Stop! Enough!
Sir, do we get the win this time?
Yikes. Gifted Gamer 204 member for 1 month. Welcome, man. He goes, PlayStation is king. Bitches.
Great circle is coming out.
Naughty Dog is coming. Jez, appreciate you, brother, man. I always had a great time here. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Gifted Gamer. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for being a VIP. But yeah. So, Tom Warren. Why would PlayStation advertise other places for you to play it? Why? Why were they? Show me, and there we go. Fran, show me any other brand that advertises their competitors in their ads. I'll wait. And then he goes and shows Microsoft. Tom Warren, man.
Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts. Watch this. You can do our
Here's my dude. You think that's a W? You think you got him back? Oh, please, just stick to your subscriptions on writing articles at The Verge for $20. Stay off of X. This is not a W. Here's Microsoft. Microsoft wants to sell the game on PlayStation and Steam because the other two don't sell for fucking shit. Where have you been? Where have you been? That's a oh, here's Microsoft. Look, they're advertising it on PlayStation. They need to. Like, what's wrong with you people? Like, what is wrong with you? Let's see. Microsoft are the ones selling it. They don't care about the platform. Sony want to advertise their platform. How is this a surprise? Dude, ratio that motherfucker. Please. Comes back like, oh, Microsoft's advertising on PlayStation. Oh, please. Like, you write about this. Like, senior editor. Now you can subscribe and pay me to write fucking bullshit articles that make no sense. Like, do you believe what you're writing? You want to see some more crying? Grinders, we're going to go. This is the late hours here. Now we're going to go for the bullshit now. Now, what you think the Phil Ness hangover was wild. Wait till you see these. Look at these clowns. They don't know where to begin. They don't know where to begin.
Are looking real good going into 2025.
They're always looking good going into the year, and then all of a sudden Phil goes, yeah, delayed. But nothing. We got to do a late night mystery theater with nonetheless. Hit that like button, grinders. We give them a beer, Chris. That's right. You had the tears. You want the tears? There you go. Go fill up a thing, extra foam. Listen, you want some tears? There you go. We got to do something with the mystery theater. Right? Why not? We have to. We need to do something.
It's already
we need to do something. Oh no, you're not gonna show it, are you? Jackie, don't you do it. Don't you do it. No, Scoobs, I think I'm gonna have to show it, Scoobs. Oh no, Shaggy, don't do it. Don't show Shaggy. Don't say it. Don't show your weakness, Shaggy. Scoob.
But yeah, it's already established. We know, like, so there's the fact that Outer Worlds 1 came out on PlayStation, and then part 2 is just like, you can be mad at it, but this is how Microsoft's gonna do it. So, like,
I mean, just look at this is an Xbox ad. Like, yeah, this is the direction.
So this is a situation that I don't think any amount of player feedback is going to change. That Microsoft they're going to be putting stuff out on PS5 and Nintendo Switch or Switch 2. So I'm kind of, It's not that I haven't been mad about it before, and there can be people that will be like, "Gotcha, motherfucker," and put like a tweet up where I was like,
a family-friendly show. My goodness. Oh, Shaggy, I told you when you did that fucking interview. I told you, don't do stupid shit. Thanks.
Black Ops 6 Day 1 Game Pass.
Black Ops
pretty
6
sweet,
Day-
right? Like,
Some people said I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, most people in this room have probably been used to spending $60, $70 on it every year. Now, if they're already subscribing to Game Pass,
and
good to go.
But it's a choice. Like, we didn't say to anybody
defending exclusives on Xbox. It's like, yeah, like I get it. Like, but guess what? Like, things change and the situation's changed, and it's honestly like if you want to just play all this stuff, I get a lot of people in my mentions that are like, I'm gonna play it on PS5, and like, so I guess I'm just done being mad about it. And again, you can throw up any old tweet of mine you want. I just don't super care. And it's not that exclusives aren't good. It's fun when it's fun when Xbox has like a big major exclusive that you can only play there. Like right now, it's fun that Indiana Jones.
It's what? Wait a second.
Part 2 is just.
I need some background music for this guy. Here we go. Wait a second. We need some. We need. This is his come to realization moment. This is Zoinks. This is his come to realization moment, and there only has to be one song to do this because this is the ultimate Phil Ness.
You can be mad at it, but this is how Microsoft's gonna do it. So, like,
just look at
you're my number one customer.
Ad. Like, yeah, this is the direction.
This is a situation that I don't think any amount of player feedback is going to change. That Microsoft they're going to be putting stuff out on PS5 and Nintendo Switch or Switch 2. So I'm kind of. It's not that I haven't been mad about it before. There can be people that will be like, "Gotcha, motherfucker," and put like a tweet up where I was like defending exclusives on Xbox. It's like, yeah, like I get it. Like, but guess what? Like, things change and the situation's changed, and it's honestly like if you want to just play all this stuff, I get a lot of people in my mentions that are like, "I'm gonna play it on PS5," and like, so I guess I'm just done being mad about it. And again, you can throw up any old tweet of mine you want. I just don't super care. And it's not that exclusives aren't good. It's fun when it's fun when Xbox has like a big major exclusive that you can only play there. Like right now, it's fun that Indiana Jones, which is my game of the year, is only on Xbox on the console side.
Come on, grinders.
It's coming.
Party like feelings. Get down on the floor. Signing all night. We're begging for more. Switching PlayStation. The games you bring.
It's coming.
But Xbox can't compete. It's just not his thing.
Oh, holy shit. I dropped a bunch of tears, man. That was some sad soliloquy. Michael Meridian, oh my goodness, that's nasty. Shaggy, Velma, and Scooby-Doo on the end. Scooby-Doo! Dusty Dude. Dusty Bin. Man. They're struggling. He went from got you, motherfucker, to it's fun on Indiana Jones.
Prepare ship! Prepare ship!
Oh my God. Shaggy, I thought you were better than this, Shaggy. I can't believe it. I don't know you, my friend, and now you're here crying. It's ridiculous, Shaggy. I don't know what's going on.
Mad about it, and again, you can throw up any old tweet of mine you want. I just don't super care. And it's not that exclusives aren't good.
This part when he talks about Indiana Jones. Oh, it's his game of the year. Oh shit! Slap me on the ass and call me Susie and call me surprised.
It's fun when It is. It's fun when Xbox has like a big major exclusive that you can only play there. Like right now, it's fun that Indiana Jones, which is my game of the year, is only on Xbox on the console side.
It's fun that it's only playable on Xbox. Dude, that is the lamest goddamn exclusivity cap that I've ever seen. Dusty Bin, where is your response to this? What about Xboxes everywhere? Listen, is it fun that Microsoft wants you to play on a Fire Stick? What do you mean it's fun? Nobody's buying it. It's fun. Did you see the fucking player counts? 12,000 players 4 days ago. They're done with the jank. It's over. You might as well hit yourself with the whip. Oh, shit.
25.
It's coming.
They're packed in the whip. You'll whap yourself in the ass. It's over. Janky's in the dust. That's it. Next time you hear about Janky Jones will be when it's coming to PlayStation. It's over. After Game Awards over. It's fun.
Xbox has like a big...
It's fun to what? To tease? Is it fun to tease? Is that the essence of exclusivity, is to tease? You are a fucking media outlet on a IGN who bought the media industry on Podcast Unlocked. It's really more Podcast Unhinged and Confused. I do not understand this. This is the professional, supposedly, media journalism. Podcast Unhinged. Zoinks! This is not fanboy in basement turn on my camera. This is IGN. The fuck-ups of all media on an official Xbox podcast saying this. This is not boomsticks. This is not just a fan. This is IGN telling him that they can get tweets and say, "Got you, motherfucker." What kind of family show is this? Put the kids to bed. Ryan McCaffrey's dropping F-bombs. Shaggy became unhinged. We just went to R-rated Scooby-Doo. It was supposed to be a family show. We got Shaggy dropping F-bombs.
Black Ops 6, day one Game Pass.
Black Ops
pretty
6,
sweet, right?
He sounded real. Yo.
Black Ops 6, day one Game Pass.
Black Ops
pretty
6,
sweet, right?
Man, he was sucking those nuts.
Breakfast to go. You're going to love my nuts.
Man, he was sucking up that Phil Spencer interview. He loved that shit. Now he's like, it's fun when we just get a game and nobody else can play it. It's fun? Fun for who? IGN?
Big major exclusive that you can only play there. Like right now, it's fun that Indiana Jones, which is my game of the year,
who gives a shit,
is only
shocking. The one fucking game that Microsoft dropped that actually people said, what a surprise, was your game of the year. Oh, shocking. Because I guarantee you, if Indiana Jones didn't release this year, Hellblade 2 will probably be your game of the year. Shocking. Podcast Unhinged.
Only on Xbox on the console side.
They make videos about fans saying they like something. And I never go at like a fan. I'm a fan. You're a fan. Everybody likes what they like. But when you are the goddamn supposed media official podcast, self-proclaimed official podcast, and you talking like this shit, your podcast unhinged. What the hell is this shit? I can't believe that this is on an official channel. IGN quality control sucks ass. Who lets these people talk like this? Telling me that people gonna pull up tweets saying, "Got you, motherfucker." What the hell kind of family show is this? Where's the Janky Jones gameplay? This is the kind of talk that goes on an Xbox official podcast of IGN, who bought every fucking media company out there. This is where I got the problem. Tom Warren acting like a fucking clown. Shaggy Doo acting like a clown. Who gave these people accounts? Where is their professionalism? Where is the shit who's paying their bills? Because if I ran around like this, people would be fired. I do not understand the media these days. I don't understand it. Tom Warren acting like a dopey ass. Shaggy and the goddamn fucking Scooby-Doo bunch unhinged. The quote, official podcast. But don't get tweets of me saying, customer. "Got you, motherfucker," like goddamn Samuel L. Jackson. Dusty Bin's praying for his life on how he's going to spin this on his YouTube channel, Dusty Bin Show. That Dusty Bin's like, "Oh shit, Ryan, how am I going to spin this? I don't know what to say. I'll just tell them that they got a good year, 2025. That's all I'm going to say." Ryan was going after people on Twitter because people were bringing up that stuff. He says he doesn't care, but he does. Because why can't you just say, "I like exclusivity. I like games on the platform that I prefer. I like the company who makes that platform, takes care of my interests first. That's the reason why I invested in it. And they are fucking dumb for doing what they're doing. Fuck Xbox." Because that's how you really feel. That's what I don't understand. A lot of them want to say that, but they're afraid. They won't say that because they're afraid that Phil Spencer lovers are going to kick them to the curb and they'll be out of the community. Let me explain something to you, grinders. With Xbox, they let so much time go by for games. Even Shaggy Doo himself said Indiana Jones was the best game they released in the last 3 years. I'm like, how the hell are you still a fan if it takes that long for them to drop a game that you consider good in 3 years? Dude, I would have been out after a year and a half, the most, saying, they don't give a shit about me. A year is too much. You waited 3 goddamn years to say Indiana Jones that came out at the ass end of December, janky camera and all, is the best game. You are on a podcast every week on official Xbox podcast for 3 years. And I bet you the game he's referring to is probably Halo Infinite, which broke and everybody said it sucked a year later. So how are you on an Xbox Unhinged podcast and still an Xbox fan and admit that, oh, this is the best game they released in 3 years? 3 years? I have a question for you. How the hell are you still on the show? I would have painted that bottom goddamn blue and or red and said, I'm done with this. Podcast switched. That's what he should have did. He should have said, yo, guys, fuck this unlocked. We're going podcast switched. Or podcast play beyonds. Or podcast quality games. Fuck this Xbox podcast shit. But I had to spin stuff like goddamn Booker T, Spinner Rooney for 3 goddamn years to talk about Janky Jones in December. This is the media. These are professional. They get paid for this.
But yeah, it's good. It's fun when it's fun when Xbox has like a big major exclusive that you can only play there. Like,
let's see how fun it is. It's fun. Why is it fun? Is Indiana Jones better now because it's taking advantage of the Xbox? Or why is it fun? I need to know. Why is it fun? Let me see. I think why it's fun. I mean, it has nothing to do with the game. It has nothing to do with the game. But let me see. I think I know why it's fun. Well, let me see. I think I found it. Let's see. Hold on. I think I found why it's fun. Oh, this is why it's fun. Oh, here it is. This is why it's fun. Oh.
In the land of make-believe where dreams collide.
Oh, that's why it's fun.
There's a man with a vision.
Oh, how
selling
cute.
stories deep inside. Promising the world with every game he creates. But beneath the surface is lies away. Ooh, yeah, feel mess. Now we see through the lies. The veil is lifted high. No more falling prey to the games he used to guide. When everyone plays, we all become winners. As his illusions crumble, the truth is delivered. Ooh, yeah. He's got a groove
Aww.
that's hard to resist.
It was fun. It was
Phyllis
fun.
is the master. He tops the list. Ooh, yeah.
It's
He'll
fun.
take you to a rooftop party all night.
Professional media, motherfucker.
Signing your lower back, each out of sight.
Where's your ass tattoo, bitch?
Feel this, party like feelings. Get down on the floor.
It's fun.
Signing all night, we're begging for more.
Professional media.
Switching PlayStation.
Surprise, motherfucker.
The games
There you go.
bring.
I don't get it. I don't get
But
it.
Xbox can't compete. It's just not his thing.
Professional journalists, media, official podcast. It's fun because I could do this. Yay. It's fun. Oh.
Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts. Watch this. You can do our
Goddamn. Major zoinks. Major zoinks. No, I don't want to be slimy. Yeah, Phil was slimy to him, Michael. Exactly. Phil gave him the slime. Phil said, you know what? Where do you want it, Ryan? Oh, shit.
25. It's coming.
He gave him the slime. Certified professional clown. Like, and that's the thing. Like, going at fans of people that said things, like, no. Everybody likes what they like. But when you are a, quote, journalist, professional, official podcast, this is your career. You act like this? That's the problem that I have with all
You're my
these.
number one customer.
Who gave them Twitter accounts? That's what I had to say. Who gave them a show? Anybody kind of go, hey, you should try out. Here's the couch. Here's the black couch over here. Here's the casting couch, Ryan McCaffrey. Let's see if you could do a goddamn podcast. Where's the IGN casting couch? Pause. Where is it?
I can go directly to Black.
Where's the casting couch? Because these people need to be assessed for talent. Because they got none. Zoinks. Where is the talent acquisitions? Where's the IGN casting couch? Who gave this man a job? Because he says it's fun to do this. A game is better and fun because it is. Oh, but then when Phil Spencer is slimy to you, what are you doing? Oh, I don't care. Show the tweets. You did it. Well, where? That's why I don't feel bad for the professional media outlet. I think they ride the fans. I think it's bullshit. They manipulate people and use the power of their employer, IGN. Nobody would give a fuck who Dusty Bin is if he didn't work for IGN and we saw his ass all over the official podcast. Nobody would care half these people are. They would just be regular Joes. But they use the platform of their employment to boost up like they know any better than anybody else. Tom Warren think he's flexing by showing Microsoft advertising PlayStation. Dude, Tom Warren, let me tell you something. You were on the goddamn call when Stutter and Satya told you about the sales of Call of Duty on PlayStation. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. Satya did not hide PlayStation. He's like, the game's selling on PlayStation and Steam. So why would you think when you go to Microsoft's channel, they're advertising it on PlayStation? Stutter and Satya not stuttering anymore. So, it wasn't a W. It just showed more ignorance and showing that you're not up for this shit. So, go back to your hole. JP Loco with the 2. He goes, Indian, great circle, triangle, square, NX. Oh, shit. There you go, JP Loco. And guess what, JP Loco? That super chat's not going to bite you in the ass because it's goddamn facts. Oh, damn.
25. It's coming.
It is coming. That's right, Ryan. These guys are in desperate and a dying job. Instead of being honest. And that's the thing that I can't stand it. That drives me crazy. Because I don't give a shit about fan channels and people. Like, no. But when it's these like bootleg jazz, like you immediately, like you acting like a nutso. When he's crying about games, like, what's hilarious, what started this whole thing, what's hilarious, wait a second, you want to see, like, I don't even know where is it? It's and no red line. This is the craziness. Is this the one? Wait a second. Where is it? If you remember, yes. He says it got taken out of context. But what's hilarious is that when Phil Spencer did that article about no red line, Jez did it on his podcast where he said that, oh, it just means they're being evaluated red line. Like he says that who he got his info from has said that it was taken out of context, the red line thing. So he was damage controlling Phil Spencer's excuse of saying the red line. He says that Jez Corden, the person they got their info from, has already said it was taken out of context. So Xbox multi-platform plans reportedly don't have a red line regarding which games are going to PlayStation. And then he says they took what I said out of context previously. Because what he was saying was that basically, oh, but it's still under, like he was basically making an excuse. But meanwhile, then his tweet today starts a whole thing of like, just like how he started this year going, oh, it's copium that games are going to PlayStation, Xbox games going to PlayStation. And now look where we are. And now, after that red line comment and him saying, well, it's not really the red line that you think it means and all this other stuff that's taken out of context, he goes wild today going, dude, it's all coming. The era of permanent exclusives are over, he says.
You're my #1 customer.
The era of, like after he just said, and then people are trying to damage control him because he started the whole thing. Look what he started. He wasn't saying this when Phil Spencer dropped the red line comment. He was trying to defend it, explain it. What Phil meant was doing a Sarah Bond. I just want to know, Hellblade 2, Avowed, South of Midnight. Let them all free. And he goes, they don't. They're all coming to PlayStation over time. Like, what do you believe, dude? You go on the podcast saying that the red line comment it was different. They're evaluating. Not everything's coming. And then today, you start this whole thing from this, the complete opposite of what you're doing. But what he meant was, what Phil meant was, what he said was, what Sarah said he does. Don't do what he says, do what he meant. And then he goes to the complete 180 and triggers this. A whole bunch of articles. Oh, they're all coming. Take this tweet and go to the tweet that he put early in the year that games going to PlayStation is hopium from people because who he talked to, it's not happening. A difference a year makes. January, a year ago, it's copium. Now, they're all coming. And what I don't understand is that, I'm going JP, look, I'll get him. What I don't understand is that if, like, you do this, if you have no emotion in it, if you don't care, you could say, they're all coming, they're not coming, I don't care because I don't care about those games. I don't care about it. But these are professional, quote, journalists or, quote, said bloggers. This is where I have a problem because this is where people gravitate to and latch on to. And then they argue with them and then instead they block them. Meanwhile, you created this audience to follow you because you lied straight through your fucking teeth. So these people gravitated to you because you said, hey, it's hopium, it's not happening. But then when it does happen and now you're like, oh yeah, it's all coming. The same people that jumped on your bandwagon when you were fighting that fight, holding the line, now they're your enemy because now you've just switched tones. Because you're not true to yourself. And do you even care? Because the thing is that if you really cared about Xbox, this whole thing, this fiasco that it's been for these last 5 or 6 years, you'd be fucking pissed. You would be like, I am like, let it all burn to the ground, dude. Let it go. Like, it's like, I feel like I don't even like, how do you even celebrate it? What do you celebrate? And let me tell you, I'm going to go to JP Locos. Thank you, too. He says, I missed your super chat. He gives me a $2. Yo, JP, you don't have to do that. I'll go back and get him. Oh, yeah, JP Loco with the 2. I was going on my, I don't know what I was doing. Zoinks. I had my screen up here. Just finished Astrobot Christmas DLC level. Yes, I got to finish that. I want to do that one, the Astrobot Christmas level. But some weird thing happened in my input last night. It was like flicking and stuff like that. This is crazy. I don't know what the hell is going on with it, but I fixed it and now I'll be playing more Astrobot here. JP Logo with the other 5. He goes, but the fact is that we point out we're surprised Xbox made a good game says how bad it truly is at Xbox. Exactly. Like JP, the thing is that they overhyped all this stuff, like Game of the Generation, all this stuff. Cephalon Snow with the 9 months. Love the show, just keep up the great work. I appreciate it, Cephalon. Thank you. But like, they overpromised and underdelivered so many times. And it was all wait till E3, wait till 2017, wait to this, wait to that. Wait to what? They waited, and now they finally have a lineup of games that are finally becoming real. Some may be good, some may be bad. Everybody's counting lists of South to Midnight and all this other stuff. And it's just like, is it going to be good first? Before I care about where it's going to be, is it something that's going to be good? It looked cool. It has a cool animation style. The gameplay looks a little simplistic, like a simplistic version of Kana. Is that all of it? Is there more of it? I don't know. But everybody's worried about where it's going to be. And that's not something you should worry about. But Microsoft made it that way. They made you wait so long. Like, the day that everybody was waiting for was the day that Microsoft had the games coming out, and then they could come back and do those Ryan McCaffrey tweets of, this is the circle that can't be played. Indiana Jones not compatible with this circle. They were waiting for that day. And they thought that this $80 billion acquisition, all this money that Microsoft was spending, was for them. They thought it was for them. But it wasn't. It had no interest in giving you great games. All they wanted was the clout and the spread, basically, of where it was. They only cared about the where. They don't care about the what. And still to this day, just like with Indiana Jones, they thought announcing where it would be more important than what the game would be. Instead of what the game is, well reviewed, well received, things like that. Instead of that, they worried more about announcing that it's coming to PlayStation, the where. And meanwhile, if they would have just harnessed the what, they could have maybe rode some momentum for the, not just the Xbox console, but for the service of where it can be played. But instead, they thought announcing prematurely that it's going to PlayStation would be great. No, that just stagnated an already stagnated service and a dismal console sales during the holiday, nonetheless. And then do a stupid promotion right before the holidays of don't buy a console. It's this or that. You want to know what? It's this or that. It's nothing. It's nowhere. It's irrelevant. It's not this or that. It's never was. Ron M with the 5 members. Thank you so much, Ron M. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. VIP membership. Thank you, Ron M. Hit that like button. Thank you, Gordo. But yeah, like it's just, but you could tell. And yeah, shout out Dave, Atari fan, got it. TK Hotless. But yeah, it really grinds my gears when I see media, quote unquote, professionals just not even being fanboys, just being untruthful. Like, yeah, you know what? Exclusives are important. And I tell you, exclusives are important not for nanny nanny boo boo, because that's what they wanted. They wanted nanny nanny boo boo. We got Indiana Jones, nanny nanny boo boo. Even Jez Corden, even Bootleg, was writing articles that Indiana was going to be Xbox's Spider-Man. Holy shit.
Xbox, no. Phil Des.
It was going to be Xbox's Spider-Man, he said, Indiana Jones. When he played the preview of Indiana Jones, he said it's going to be Xbox's Spider-Man. So they could do the nanny nanny boo boo. They could be like, ha ha ha, I waited 10 years so I could tell you we got a game that you want to play and you can't play it. Nanny nanny boo boo.
On their little goo goo gaga.
Gotcha. Let's trigger some fans. Waiting for that because it's fun. Ryan said it's fun. So you could tweet things like it's not compatible with this circle. Listen, I wouldn't bet a single dollar, a penny on anything Microsoft lists or promises. And man, that ship sailed a long time ago. I stopped betting on Microsoft after Windows Phone. I was like, these people are a farce. They don't know what they got. They don't know what they have. They don't know what to do with custom electronics. They are done. And then that thing spilt over to the gaming, and then it was over. He announced a $500 console after getting laughed off the stage with the One X, the Xbox One, and then went out there One X $500. You're learning. You didn't learn anything. When the Pro is sitting there at $400, you went out there and said a One X for $500. You dope. You basically you didn't allow yourself to catch up to any kind of console. That's exactly where I was like, I drew the line. I was like, nah, they don't give a shit about us. They don't give a shit about me. They don't give a shit about this platform that I paid for, that I invested in. So I'm going to take my $500 and I'm going to go buy a PlayStation. And I'm going to play those games that I missed out on because I was betting on Microsoft to deliver. And they didn't. So I took my money and went elsewhere. And I started buying more and more and got involved in that ecosystem. But again, I'm not no Sony fanboy. I don't give a fuck about Sony. I don't give a shit about the executive or anything. You just give me good stuff. I'm still sticking around with good games. That's it. And I feel like Sony's a lot more of just straight shooter. Here are the games, and we make quality. We make experiences. We innovate. And that's what they're doing. They're the Apple. Even though Apple really don't do that shit anymore. But like they are trying to do things. And Microsoft talks about it and doesn't act on it. But that's how I honestly feel. And that's how I've always felt. That's why this channel's been like this. This is how I felt since day one, dude. And the problem was, and shout out to Interista with the Interista with the VI membership gift. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Gave it to 3 Mile Island. Good people right there. 3 Mile Island. That's right. Hit that like button, grinders. We went late. We're going late. Man, this is the latest grindhouse. There we go. But I owed you one. Had to go off. This is a late night. These are always the good ones. I just go, it's late night. And Phil saw it. It's the management. It's the executive team. I love Xbox. You think I make fun of it because it's a clown show with the executive team that they have there. And like I said, they spent so much time without games of what they promised of quality and franchises that they hurt, that it became less about the games and more about the community surrounding Phil Spencer. And that's what's carried them. And that's why you can't talk ill of Phil. Otherwise, you'll be excommunicated. You'll be out of the community. Because you spoke ill of the Grandmaster. But it should be about the games, not about the executive team. But that's what it turned into. And he fed off of that by doing FanFest, by making himself accessible, by sending people out to try the games in previews, by giving channels the opportunities to do what they want to do, inviting them to parties, breaking bread with them, sharing drinks, going out to dinner, giving them the access that they need for their channels, for their social media. And how do you bite the hand off that feeds you? You can't. You can't speak honest because you got invited to unless you go off on your own, but you better stay incognito because they may find you. They may pull some things. But that's what they did. And instead of building a community off of the quality franchises and games, they built a community off of Phil Spencer and how he saved Xbox. This fake false prophet. The false prophet Phil Ness. That's what he is. And you know what? Tim Dog was on this thing too. And Tim Dog's like, that's it. He's done. And you want to know why Tim was done? And he came on the show. And it was just amazing. Like over a year ago, Tim was like fighting with me like, oh, no, man, I don't like you talk about Phil Ness. You know, because what happened is that when he got the scoop that this stuff's coming to PlayStation, that day that he was waiting for, the day of like, we got ours, I waited this long, I finally got the payoff. He knew the payoff was never going to come because Microsoft is putting their games on PlayStation, and the waiting for exclusivity, the waiting to get that game that everybody wants to play and it's on an Xbox and everybody needs to jump on and we're all back Halo 1 style, Halo 2 evenings, was never going to happen because Phil and friends spent too much money and they need to make it back and they can't sell it on their platforms. They need, and Google's holding out so that you can't buy games on Google Store. So they are desperate now, and they only could do is put their games on PlayStation and Switch and sell them to try to make a buck back. And that's it. And what I think it's going to do is that I think it's going to make their games to have better quality because guess what? Now they got to sell their games. And I think that's where they just said, just ship it because of Game Pass. I think now they need to make sure these games are worthwhile to sell because I think they were kind of like going off and not saying like, hey, it doesn't sell, we get it in Game Pass, and they were shipping games coming in hot. But not when you're putting that game on PlayStation for $70 or a Switch for $70, you can't ship that shit hot anymore. That shit has to work, and maybe that's why Indiana Jones is a timed exclusive. I don't know. That's right. The 360 days were great. They just seemed to get it. You know, they had Xbox Arcade. They had 1 versus 100. They had join in every, like, how would you not have that nowadays? Anybody has that. Just a game night when everybody just gets online on a Wednesday night for a game show, win prizes and answer quizzes and do questions. Like, and with streaming the way it is, like, dude, that will be that'll be a slam dunk. They want to do it. But they were doing it. They were taking all the retro games that they put in Xbox Arcade and put them in virtual consoles and walk around with your avatar. They turned off avatars. After they made a big deal that they added all these special avatars, they turned it off. They said nobody was using it. Why would you use it if you don't support it anymore? You used to be able to win achievements and get things for your avatar. Like I had a Gears of War helmet. I had all these avatar things. Because you win an achievement in the game and you get items to kind of brag about, like trophies to wear on your character. Like, you stop doing it. You stop doing everything. So why would you think that people not using it? And this is where I think their strategy is with the console. Like, they're just going to eventually just kind of be like, yeah, well, they're not using it anymore, so we're just going to pull out right now. Geometry Wars. Dude, they had it. That's what I mean. That's what bothers me so much is like they had the ideas. They were innovating with the 360. Even pushing stuff with the early Xbox One. As much as people say TV, that shit did a lot of stuff, which was kind of cool and kind of, Snap. I wish PlayStation has Snap sometimes. Where I could put up a game or something, watch like a football game, like Monday Night Football or like, Thursday Night Football or some shit on an app on the corner while I'm playing a football game or while I'm playing Rocket League or playing like some game where I don't want to be invested in the story, but I want to kind of multitask. I just want to play a game to play a game, but also watch the show. Like, I thought that was really cool. There could have been different things with that, but they went away with it. But yeah, and then they just stopped. So I don't know. It is what it is. But their direction, dude. And that's the thing. I go back retro games and stuff, man. There was a lot of fun back then. People were trying to competition made people do great things. So hopefully it continues. That's right, Portal. That's good stuff. But yeah, grinders. That was my epic long show. We covered a whole bunch of topics, but mainly, it's the whole just where did they go from here? Because I still don't even know what their strategy is. But we will see. You got some predictions. We got some rants. We had some fun, some music. But man, that quote-unquote professional media journalism, sheesh. Professional is the last word that I would use. And I don't know if it's for engagement, if it's for clicks, for side money, side hustles. I don't know. But man, just do it on the different name. Because It's going to come back to bite you in the ass, especially if you bet on green, because they have been so unreliable and pivoting at every second. And we're going to get ready for another year of pivots. And I think next year is going to be the bloodbath. Okie dokie. Well, grinders, stay tuned here. Again, no gaming grindhouse. Oh, I appreciate it, Chris. Welcome. Welcome. I'm glad you got to catch it live. And that's why I try to do different times, different days, sometimes with these grinds, these gaming ones. I try to keep the grindhouse on Monday night. Sometimes I got to do Wednesday because Mondays get tough. But you know, trying to stay more with that. And then I just dropped some music for the members. So if you got a membership tonight, you got a new song for the members. And then I'm going to try to get another couple songs out. Try to get a song or so there, but definitely going to have one for the Grindies, the Grindhouse Awards. That'll be fun. We'll just hang out. We'll go over the awards show, see if there's any more Phil Ness coming their way. But yeah, it's been wild. So bear with me on any timestamps. I'll get through some of them and stuff like that. So some of the topics, but yeah, again, it all got from that tweet about it's all coming, and we will see. Yeah, things happen, but I appreciate it, man. That's right. It's all about the games, man. It's all about those playing the games and all that other stuff, and you know. But I owe it to you guys, the subscribers, the members, the VIPs. I gotta come on here and I gotta make sure that we talk about things. They're grinding some gears and we're doing that stuff. So definitely. But yeah, definitely I streamed last night, and you know, I streamed tons for that stuff because I want to talk about the games I'm playing and share the games I'm playing. Oh, and by the way, I keep forgetting every time I do the show live and hit the like button. I don't even know how many live people are here, but you know, I always do a show live. I forgot to say I got the Warhammer Darktide. Dude, that game is awesome. And also, it runs great on the Pro. Like, it is like friggin' it is sharp. I don't know. I'm not gonna be no Digital Foundry, but it's sharp and great. And it runs like Left 4 Dead. Like, it's one of those kind of games, and it's damn good. It looks incredible. And I know it came out like a year and a half ago. It was on Game Pass, but again, it was broken. The game was busted, and then they just fixed it. They're adding a whole new level DLC content and stuff. And again, the best version just came to PlayStation on the console, really. But it's a really cool game. I'm telling you, my surprise this year, and we'll probably talk about more on the Grindhouse Awards, but one of the Warhammer games. The freaking Warhammer games. I've never even blinked an eye at a Warhammer game. And Space Marine is freaking awesome, and now the Darktide. Maybe get Darktide. Yo, they're pretty good. They have freaking polished games. They have great online infrastructure. It's fun. So yeah, that Darktide, it was like $50 too. But yeah, that is really good. Mine's like a Left 4 Dead kind of like type game where you just like horde of 4 people going through and fighting boss fights, fighting a bunch of zombies, the hordes come at you and stuff like that. It's pretty good. I know I got to go back and beat Astrobot. That's the problem. I bounce around too much. You saw my thing. I played 160 games this year. I played 150 games, like thousands of hours I play. And then I went back to Helldivers 2 and I played. Oh, that's why I want to stream too. Helldivers 2 with the new enemy types. Dude, they remind me so much of the Flood. Like Halo. They're like basically Halos, like elites, and they got the Flood. That's what I've been calling them. The Flood with blue blood. But yeah, the new enemies and Helldivers. Oh, man. Almost don't want to leave. I wanted to stay and play. But got to go on vacations, and I'll be back. So, Grind, yeah, no show on Monday. But enjoy yourself on a very extra long show tonight with a lot of fun stuff. And thank you again for all the support, subscribers. And we're going to have the Grindies. The Grindhouse Awards will do a special show on Wednesday night. Next week, we'll have the Grindies, and we'll just go over some winners, my favorite games of the year, my other ones, and then some games voted on by you, the members there. So if you like what you like, hit that subscribe button. We're still chipping away at 3,000. I don't think we're going to hit it by the end of the year, but I don't care. Hey, it's all about the quality grinders, not about how many grinders. And I appreciate all the support and everything. And thank you again. Have a great rest of the weekend and enjoy the end song. Let's see what we'll do. We'll just end that with the Gaming Grinders. Thank you so much. Hit that like button, Grinders. See you Wednesday.
Welcome to all the ultimate grinders. Let's
For after the end credits. Tim Dog just posted this. I'm like Marvel here with the post credit scene. You gotta stay for post credits. He just said here, Tim Dog just tweeted this out about a half hour ago. He says, I think you're gonna see a bunch of reports by gaming journalists outlining Xbox multi-platform strategy in the upcoming weeks. The cat finally will be out of the bag. Expect mostly everything going to PlayStation, and that strategy is going to be central point in January. Grinders, did I just anticipate this? I just said it 15 minutes ago, and I saw this tweet. The next set of games will be announced: Starfield, Hellblade 2, and moving forward, like at the Xbox press conference, you will see, like you did with Outer Worlds 2, will have PS5 support. The only thing holding back exclusivity now is the teams being able to handle it. The 5-game bullshit was just a stall. Grinders. There's your Marvel end credit scene. There you go. I just was talking about it about 20 minutes ago, just talking about how it's going to be a bloodbath next year, and that's why Phil looked like the way he did. And here you go with Tim Dog's tweet. Take it for what you want, but there it is, Grinders. So hit that like button, subscribe to the Gaming Grindhouse. More fun, entertainment, and music coming your way. Thanks again. Good night, everybody.